It's like, first of all, like I make income in many other ways, right? And I don't do this for the money. But people should listen to me because what I'm saying is objective scientific fact. I'm
Already.
acting in a logical, like well-mannered way. I'm not emotional like you. I don't have a fragile male ego like you. I don't have incoherent, dogmatic, irrational, and ignorant beliefs like you. I'm just sitting here and intellectually tearing you to shreds, and now you're so emotional because of that fact. So grow the fuck up,
He's
put
man.
your big boy pants on, and give me an argument as to why it's wrong to be gay. Now, when I finally choose to let you speak, what I expect is an articulated argument from yourself, not this whining.
Are you there, little bro?
Yeah, let's hear the argument. Why is it wrong to be gay?
Little bro, listen, bro. If you ever watched an animal documentary ever, like anything, like Animal Planet, you don't see two lions fucking. You see a male lion, a female lion.
Right. So do you want a
like, they're
book?
fucking,
Do you want
you know?
do you want an article? Dude, I already went over
Oh
them.
my God,
Biological,
bro, stop
dude,
giving me
I already
no
went
one-
over them. I already went over them. Biological exuberance, homosexuality, or animal homosexuality in natural diversity by Bruce Bahale. We could also look at homosexual behavior in animals and evolutionary perspective by vocal.
You're a good talker, relax,
And then
bro. You
also
don't know
even
what
the
the fuck you're
specific
talking about. You're a
then even the specific example you gave about a Nat Geo documentary on animals in the wild. Yes, National Geography, the company in which you were referring to, has captured male lions and other male species, like male members of species, engaging in homosexual intercourse.
Who beat your ass,
The
bro?
same. Oh, he's so emotional, chat.
beat your
Look
ass?
at this emotional man. Look at this emotional man, chat.
Little bro.
So now, can you give me an actual argument as to why it's
I'm
going to be wrong to be
laughing at
gay?
you, bro.
Right. Yeah. So, and everyone in chat
Dressing
is
people on
laughing at you.
TikTok, bro. Like, you're a bitch.
So yeah,
bro.
you're laughing. You're laughing because you do not have any like well ground to stand on. You realize like you've just been absolutely like whipped to shit in terms of this
Whipped
intellectual
to
debate,
shit, bro.
right?
According to who, bro?
So like yeah, according to the fact that your only argument is that we do not observe it with nature,
Right.
but then we quite literally do.
Right.
So what I need you to do is turn on your brain and give me an actual argument as to why it's wrong to be gay. All right? Come on, dude. Let's see any intelligence.
Unemployment. So this is your only source of income, huh?
No.
All right, can you prove? All right, let's do this.
Are you just upset now? Like I don't
No,
think
no,
like
I
my
actually
sources
have
of
something.
income aren't going to show being gay
I
is
have
wrong,
something that's
right?
not a cock in my throat, bro. Hold on.
Yeah, no, yeah, the only thing you have in your throat is
Alright,
probably
fruitcake.
like 10
Alright,
pages
fruitcake.
of like alt-right
Bro, who
fucking
beat your
conspiracy
ass, little
theories
boy? Who beat
detailing,
your ass,
you know,
bro?
how
Who
like
put
the
their
most
hands on you, bro?
irrationalities
Who put
of the
their
world.
hands on you? Who put their hands on you, bro?
Yeah, and this is somehow going to show being gay is wrong, right?
Bro, it's just not natural.
Yeah, define natural.
Not natural.
Define natural.
Didn't I already do that? Didn't I already tell you what it was?
Yeah, define natural.
I already told you what it was.
Yeah, give me a
Why
definition.
would I keep repeating myself?
You have not given a definition
Bro.
of natural.
Oh my god. I already gave it to you, bro.
It sounds like you don't have a
Keep
definition
doing the
for
same
natural.
thing, expecting a different result. Is the
Yeah,
same
so the
thing.
thing
I'm
is
not
like you
that.
have not given a definition of natural, right?
Listen, bro.
I'm listening.
You're just a TikToker.
Yeah, so is it
just
how
filling
does like
kids'
how does
ears
this
with
fact that
bullshit.
like how does this fact that like I'm just a TikToker or this like perceived notion of me being a TikToker, how does this show being gay is wrong? And then you're also like, oh, just filling kids like mouths with bullshit. Yeah, so like is science bullshit? Is the National Institute of Health and this study done on the genome-wide association of male sexual orientation just bullshit? And it's like only like 70 peer reviews and like 10 institutions that back it. It's just bullshit. Or what about this like genetic study of male sexual orientation?
You
What
showing
about this
people your
study of,
live
like,
stream?
the sexual orientation and the size of, like, the interior commissure? Or you know what about like this one or this one or this one or like that, like any of them, right? So if you're just gonna call the science bullshit, you're gonna have to have like reason to call it bullshit, right?
Bro,
So like
is that
I
your
have a
live
question
stream?
for you. What's
You
your
like worship this shit? This is your God,
all
isn't
right,
it?
so can
This
I
is
like
your
have a
God.
question? I have a question.
what
Yeah,
you
what's your
worship?
highest level of schooling? All right, what's gonna be your highest level of schooling? Honestly, chat, like the only reason I still have him on is because I just want like to show you like the type of people that like disagree with me, right? So like the people that think being gay is wrong or like is like this guy, right? So he's like very like typical
guy.
like alpha males And like their entire personality is based upon their own
better.
narcissism, right? So as soon as someone disagrees with this narcissism or a belief challenges like this inherent bettership or worshiping of traditional values,
I'm
and they get
better.
absolutely shut the fuck down, they start screaming about how they're better, ad homs about like self-perceived notions of my character, or make a very poor attempt at justifying themselves when inevitably their justification includes like illogical, unfactual statements such as animals do not procreate in nature. So community guidelines, I appreciate you for coming up here, but the only thing that you've showed to me and the other 4.6 thousand people in here is that you probably didn't even get a high school diploma, so you probably shouldn't be talking on subjects that include the nuanced intricacies of like institutions of science, medicine, sociology, psychology, and otherwise, and the fact that you are is like incredibly sad. Appreciate it, man. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next guest here. Let's go ahead and see what Malachi has to say. All right, y'all. If you guys are enjoying the debates, make sure you hit that follow button. I appreciate that little crown. Also, tippity tap away on your phone screen. There's almost 5,000 people in here. There's no reason why we shouldn't be able to get to 1 million likes in like the next 5 minutes. Everyone tap. What's up, Malachi? Malachi, do you think that being gay is going to be wrong or immoral?
Yeah, I think being gay is going to be wrong. And
Okay,
the only reason why I got to say that is because
Going on sub only chat for a bit. Consider dropping a sub. Why is it wrong?
how, like, say you got like, you put all dudes on the island, all females on the island, and you let them just live there. They're not going to be able to reproduce. They're not going to be able to like get stuff done. You know, they're not going to be able to like prosper. You know what I'm saying? So like, what's the point of like people being gay for each other? Like,
They're not going to be able to have kids.
two guys
right?
being with each other is not helping like with anything.
It's wrong because
like,
they can't have kids, right? So is infertility wrong?
I'm not
What's up,
saying it's
Elena?
wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong because they can't have kids, but like, you know,
Yeah,
what
why
I'm
is it wrong
saying?
then?
How are they gonna like reproduce?
Harley,
or, like,
thank
do
you for
all
that
if we have
subscription.
to, like,
Yeah, right. So you're
do all
saying
that
it's wrong
shit?
because they can't reproduce, correct?
Something like that.
Yeah, is infertility immoral?
No,
Yeah, can infertile people reproduce?
no.
Yeah, good try, buddy. Next.
But that's something wrong with their body or something.
That one
like
gay. I appreciate
them
that
being
subscription.
sick.
Thank you so much. Right, so you could call it something wrong, but like Sam, thank you for the subscription. Welcome to the sub only chat. You could call it wrong, but at the end of the day, all it is like a deviation from what's normal, right? But like what really matters is that you did not call it immoral, but you did call being gay immoral. You said being gay is immoral because they can't have kids, yet you did not deem infertility as immoral even though they can't have kids. So this is going to be expressive of like a logical contradiction, and you're just like holding this like
Bro,
logically
being gay
fallacious
and
position.
infertile.
Corey, thank you so much for that
being gay is a
subscription.
choice. Being gay is a choice, but infertile is not being.
Oh,
that's
being
not
gay is a choice? Being gay is a choice, yeah. Can you choose to be sexually aroused by me right now? Can you choose to like have this
Yeah,
like irresistible
I could if
urge
I-
to stick it in my butt?
I guess, yeah. Like,
Right, so now you're just going to be
Somebody can
so
do-
you're either
so,
going to be
like-
like dying on a hill or you're going to be bisexual. Because the Netherlands Institute of Brain Research and the Center for Neurodoctrine Studies at the University of Pittsburgh, Massachusetts, and UCLA show us that being gay is not a choice because sexual orientation is not a conscious decision, but rather
gay is
this
a
like now this thing that is
How is that
dependent
not
upon
a
physicality.
choice?
Yeah, because you can't choose how large the interior commissure of your brain is, alongside other physicalities of your brain and of your genome.
But you can
And
choose if you
sexual
want somebody
orientation is
kicking
dependent
your
upon
ass.
them. Yeah, but that's not
But
what
you can
being
choose if
gay
you want
is.
another guy's dick in your ass.
Yeah, define gay.
Define gay. Like everybody know what gay is. Like another guy likes another guy. Another girl wants to be with another girl. Like,
Yeah, so is it necessary to
Usually
stick
they
your
don't
dick
like-
in an ass to
usually
like
they don't
another
like-
guy? Come on. So the definition of gay is going to be same-sex attraction, right? So you can't choose who you're attracted to, therefore it's not a choice. Liam, I appreciate that subscription. Welcome to the
can't
sub
choose
only
who you're
chat.
attracted to.
Yeah.
How's that make any sense? How you can't,
can't
choose
choose
what
who
you
you're-
think, what you
You know, you can't choose who
can't
you think
choose.
is like hot, right?
you can't make your own decisions for yourself.
No, yeah, you can't make the decision on who's like hot. You know, you can't do that. And this is proven by the science, aka the institutions in which I listed off. Like, can you choose to like find me hot right now? Can you choose just to like want to date me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're bisexual. Accept your sexual orientation and stop like discrediting it. Lily, thank you for that subscription. Welcome
Who's
to the sub only
bisexual?
chat.
Me?
Yeah, you are because you could like apparently choose to find me hot. Science says that we can't choose our sexual
you can.
orientations, right? Yeah, explain to me how that thought process would go.
We can't. We can't.
Yeah, so yeah, explain to me like what went wrong with the science then. So those institutions I listed off earlier, like denoted like sexual like orientation differences within parts of the brain, such as the size of the anterior commissure or physicalities of the AI NH3 subsection of the hypothalamus, or even like this extra chromosome called the XQ23, right? So if being gay is like a conscious decision, then why do only gay men have these attributes of their anatomy that straight men do not?
I couldn't even answer that.
No, answer it. Answer it. Come on. It's a debate, right?
Yeah, I don't know, to be honest. I just joined this to say what I
No,
had to say.
answer that
like, what
question.
my
Answer that.
opinion
No,
was.
no, no. Answer that question.
All right, repeat it again for me then.
Yeah, science says that being gay isn't a choice because being gay or gay men have different anatomy than straight men.
I've never. That's the first time I've heard that actually, but
Yeah, so how is being gay a choice exactly?
I don't know how that will work.
I don't know. Like, go read a study, go pick up a book, go do some research. Stop being like irrational, right? Do you have anything else to say, or did I clear you?
No, you didn't clear anything. I still think the same about everything.
Yeah. So then,
whatever.
like, how explain the
It's
science?
just excuses.
Chairman, thank you for that money gun.
It's just excuses. Not
Yeah, you're
the
just
science for you
irrational.
is
We're
just.
gonna go to move on. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go to move on. Thank you so much for that money gun, Chairman. Yeah, I can't explain the science, then just calls it excuses. No, it's fucking like it's just like factual science, right? I don't understand like why some of these individuals are like so like dogmatic. Like they just like willfully will like write off the science so they could still hold like a consistent belief. That's like probably really bad to do. All that is homophobia. All that is homophobia, like dead serious. What's up, man? You got to come back on the live. Thank you so much for that, Corn. You got to come back on that live. Come on, come back on that live. Come on, man. You're on pause. All right. I guess he's not coming off pause. We're gonna go and move on to the next guest here. Oh wait, is he back? Nate, hello. Do you think it's wrong to be gay? Thank you for that star. Hello, is it wrong to be gay? Okay, I guess not. We're gonna go to move on here. Let's go ahead and see what Joseph has to say. Chat. Sam, thank you for that rose. Logan, thank you for that $1 via Venmo. Appreciate you, brother. Yo, Robin, thank you so much for that subscription. Welcome to the sub-only chat. What's up, Joseph? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
I actually don't, but there's one part of your argument that I just kind of wanted to hear your
Yeah,
answer.
join my Discord. Join my Discord. The link's in the bio. Unfortunately, I'm only talking to people that think it's wrong to be gay, but I'm more than willing to engage and talk to you about my argument over Discord. Let's go and get our next guest in here, y'all. Make sure if we are in those guest requests that we do think it is wrong or moral to be gay. Thank you so much for that, Heart Me, Rachel. We're gonna go to move on to the next guest here. What's up, PJ? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay? All right, apparently PJ's not here. Let's go to move on to the next guest here, chat. Let's go ahead and see what Henrique has to say here. By the way, we are on sub-only chat for a little bit. If you want to engage with the chat, consider dropping a subscription. What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
Okay, so I think that being gay is wrong in a religious sense. So if my religion is false, my religion is Roman Catholicism. If it is false, well then, of course, it's not immoral. But
What's your religion?
Say again?
What's your religion?
Roman Catholicism.
Yeah, so Roman Catholicism. Your Pope. Like, dude, no. Go look up a video of Pope Francis talking about being gay. He says it's not wrong. Like,
Well,
that's my...
what Pope
No,
Francis
Henrique.
said. Yeah.
Pope Francis says that being gay isn't wrong.
Pope
Listen to your
Francis
Pope.
said, no, what Pope Francis said was that it was sin, but it was not a crime. So basically, Pope Francis
No,
called
Pope
a-
Francis says it's natural, it's normal, it happens, and it's acceptable. We're not gonna like have an interpretation of his words because
Okay,
his words exist on a YouTube video.
This is a confusion I think you're talking about. So,
No, he says it's natural, it's normal, it's fine.
I'm talking about something else right now, which is, or this is, let me explain, right? So basically, I don't believe that you can choose who you're attracted to, right? So if you're a man and you're attracted to a man, like I don't think you can control that. And if you're a woman and you're attracted to a woman, I don't think you can control that. Then I believe it's natural, right? Those feelings that you have. So basically, being gay in itself is not a sin, but indulging it is a sin. And the thing is,
So which verse in the Bible is gonna like back this statement? Raquel,
Okay,
thank you so much for that subscription.
okay, so basically, I have 3 verses in the Bible that are supporting my statement. Now, the third statement is gonna seem a little bit off topic in the beginning, but it's gonna make sense.
And also, your Pope said it wasn't a sin, man. Like that should be the end of the debate.
And also, your Pope said it wasn't a sin.
Wait, hello?
And like that's just
Oh shit, you got a bad echo. I'm sorry, man. You had a really bad echo. Feel free to re-request. Feel free to re-request, man. You had a bad echo. I guess in the meantime, we'll go ahead and move on to another guest, but feel free to hop back in the requests, man. Let's go ahead and see what Kenny has to say here. Chat, Chloe, I appreciate that. Love you. Thank you so much. You need to do your homework, but this is too entertaining. I actually have homework to do too. Next guest is loading in. What's up, Kenny? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay? All right, Kenny does not have a voice. Appreciate you for that donut, Lizzie. Let's go ahead and see what the Norse Face has to say here, chat. Appreciate you for that love me. For the heart me, sorry. Appreciate you. What's going on, man? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
Not at all, mate. Not one bit.
Okay, unfortunately, I'm only talking opposition, but I do appreciate you for coming up here, man. Let's go ahead and see. This is funny what this motherfucker has to say, chat. What's going on, man? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
I think it's wrong.
Okay, why?
Why? Because it was not, you know, if you just think like this, you know, I cannot speak very good English because I live in Sweden, but, you know, two guys cannot have babies, right?
Right. Is infertility wrong?
What does that mean exactly?
Yeah, you can't have babies if you're infertile.
Yeah, you can't.
So is infertility immoral?
Yeah.
So you think every woman over the age of 55 is going to hell?
Is going to hell.
Yeah, so infertility is like obviously not like immoral, right? Because like infertility like occurs like naturally, and like to 11% of women, then every single woman over the age of 55, and then even within some men. So if you're gonna say that infertility is immoral, then your mom. Do you think that your mom is just as wrong as a gay man?
Let me just tell you one thing.
Can you just answer my question so we can clarify?
Yes, I can answer it just by saying one thing, okay?
Right.
What I'm saying is that word I cannot like understand it. You know, I don't know what that means.
So infertility.
So I cannot answer your question.
So infertility is when one lacks the necessary means to like reproduce, right? So is this immoral? Like a woman that doesn't have her eggs?
No, that's not.
Right, but you said that being gay is wrong because they can't have kids. But then like being infertile is not wrong regardless of the fact that they can't have kids?
That's not the only reason.
So then, okay, what's the next reason?
Can I ask you one question? Are you gay?
No, I'm straight. What's the next reason?
The next reason is because it's wrong. That's not how the world started.
Yeah, so the world didn't start with infertility either, right? Or we wouldn't be here. So this is just going to be the same argument, but it seems as if you're still contradicting yourself.
I don't know what that means.
I told you what it means, man. Don't appeal to the language barrier when I've explained to you what it means 3 times and you seem to have gripped the concept. But now when it presents a challenge to your position, you don't know what it means.
I don't know what you mean by the challenge. What's the challenge?
Right, because if you're infertile, you can't have kids. If you're gay, you can't have kids. You're going to say that being gay is wrong because of this, but infertility is not wrong regardless of this. It's a contradiction.
Not every woman cannot have kids, okay?
Right, and then like not every man is gay, so.
Yeah, but being gay is
James,
not the
I
same
appreciate
as
you for
a
that
woman.
subscription. Thank you so much.
Being gay is not the same as a woman cannot have kids, you know?
Logically speaking, it is. There are two conditions of the human experience that lead to no reproduction. Use your brain. You're saying it's wrong because they can't have kids. And you also said it's wrong because the world didn't start that way. Well, A, infertile people can't have kids, and B, the world didn't start with infertile people.
Okay, but I got a question for you. Do you think that people are born gay or become gay?
I don't think that people are born gay. I know people are born gay.
And how do you know that?
Yeah, by the science. We could look at the research, right? So when we look at the science, it tells us that being gay is dependent upon specific physicalities of our anatomy. Like this one that touches on like the genome associations, or this one with genome associations, or this one with the size of the anterior cortex, or this one with physicalities of the BNST or the stria terminalis, right? So like this is what I'm talking about.
So you think I don't know if that's true, you know?
Yeah, so then, so do you think being gay is a choice?
I think it's a choice.
Yeah, can you choose to be like aroused by me right now? Can you choose to like want to stick it in?
What did you say?
Can you choose to be sexually aroused by me right now? Yes or no?
What does aroused mean?
You know what happens when you see When you see a girl without any clothes on, how do you feel?
You mean, okay.
Like, yeah, can you choose to have that feeling towards me right now?
Yes, I can choose.
Yeah, so then you're bisexual.
No, I'm not.
Right. No, you are.
How am I
Right.
bisexual? Are you
Yeah,
fucking
because
dumb?
like straight individuals cannot choose to be turned on by a man, right? And this is what's proven by the science, and this is also what's proven by deductive reasoning, such as the fact that we observe homosexuality within over 3,000 species in the animal kingdom apart from us as humans, some of which cannot like make choices. They don't have like consciousness in the same way that we do. Yet we observe homosexuality within them. Therefore, if this animal's gay and this animal can't make a choice, then being gay must not be a choice. It's just simple logic.
Do you think animals are gay too?
I know. Wait, do you want sources on that, dude?
Animals being gay.
Yeah, look at Biological Exuberance, Animal Homosexuality and Natural Diversity by Bruce Bagamil, or Homosexual Behavior in Animals, an Evolutionary Perspective by Volker Sommer, or The Evolution of Homosexual Behaviors in Animals by Paul Vasely, right? So this isn't controversial. This is like widely accepted as truth because it's directly observable. We observe homosexuality in over 3,000 animal species, such as Bemonos. Thank you, Clark Kent. Yeah, he just left. He left. We're going to go to move on to the next guest here, chat. Sub-only chat's on for a little bit. If you want to hop in the sub-only chat, get a shout-out from me. I'm going to be following the next few back as well. Consider dropping a subscription. It's one of the better ways to support me. We're going to go ahead and talk to our next guest here. Oh, look who's back in the guest requests. Look who it is, guys. Amy, thank you for the roses. Rob, do you have another reason as to why you think being gay is wrong?
No, Dean, I just came on the live to apologize, bro. I realized what I said was very irrational and prejudiced, bro. And I actually think that being gay is right. So have a good stream, bro. I love you, bro. Good night, bro.
Oh, thank you, Rob.
Love you, bro.
Thanks, man. Have a good one. Terry Foster, thank you for that subscription. I really appreciate it, man. I'll go ahead and hit you with that follow back. Thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and get our next guest in here. Let's go ahead and see what Mo has to say. That was a crazy turnaround, huh, chat? Amy, thank you for those roses. Also, we're nearly half of the way to our live goal with those money guns. Just pointing that out. Well, what's going on, Mo? Saint Cyril, thank you so much for that subscription. I got you with that follow back. What's up, man? Oh, and Leah, too. Thank you. Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
No, man, it's wrong.
Okay, yeah. Why is it wrong?
It's very wrong. What do you mean, why is it wrong?
Yeah, why is it wrong?
It's disgusting.
So this Raymond, thank you so much for the feathers. Thank you. So you have this self-perceived notion of disgustingness, and this is why you think it's wrong, correct?
No, it's very wrong, my friend.
Right. So I think surgery is pretty disgusting, right? All the blood, guts, and gore. Is surgery wrong?
Do you know the story of the Dead Sea?
Do I know the story of the? I don't know, bro. Tell me. Does it tell me why being gay is wrong?
Yeah, it is. There was a village of gays. You know what a guy did? He got it, flipped it upside down.
Brandy, thank you for that. Thank you for the subscription, Brandy. Icy Pain, thank you for the money gun. Yeah, where does this happen in the Bible?
Bro, what do you mean the Bible, bro? Just do your research.
You just said God did this.
Yeah, do your research.
Yeah, bro. Why is dude? Are you?
I don't have to tell you.
What's your IQ, dude?
What's my IQ? More than you.
Interesting. Yes, you said being gay is wrong. No, listen, no, Mo. Listen, I need you to listen. I need you to listen, right?
You need me to listen?
You said that being gay is wrong because you think it's disgusting, right? So first of all, this is the same logic that has been used to justify like prejudices of all time.
Hey.
Ask a white man what he thought about black people in the year 1820, and he would have said disgusting. And this was the same reason that racism exists. The same reason why in 1920s through 30s, 30s through 40s in Germany, Hitler tried to exterminate, the Jewish people. He did so because he thought that they were disgusting, right? So you're not actually giving us any intellectual, sound reason as to why it's wrong to be gay. You're just telling us that you just have a prejudice against them.
All right. Either you're gay or your brother's gay or someone in your family.
Appreciate you for that little crown. No, I'm straight, but what I am is an intellectual, right? Raymond, I appreciate that subscription. I'm intellectual. I think with my brain. I think with science, research, and pragmatism, right? And what you're sitting here telling me is that you think being gay is wrong because it's disgusting. Oh, wow, now you're using slurs, right? So you're obviously just a little emotional man that can't cope with the fact that you don't have any science. Ooh, that one was fast. TikTok got him. He violated TikTok guidelines and got bananaed for a little bit. Thank y'all for the fires. Wow, that was quick. That was quick. I didn't boot him. No, that was really quick of TikTok. He said it, and then he was like, boom, second later, gone. Appreciate you for that. Had a mustache. Thank you so much, Logan. Thank you for that corn as well. We're gonna see you, Logan. What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
What's up, man? I didn't even mean to join, brother.
You're good, man. Have a good one.
Thank you.
By the way, guys, we are on sub-only chat just for a little bit. But by the way, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, make sure to hit that follow button. If this button is red, hit that shit, make it go white. We do streams like this every single day for hours. You already know. Favorite time of my day. Let's go ahead and move on to Raymond here, chat. Let's go ahead and move on to Raymond. Also, consider joining my Discord. The link's in the bio. Yo, Pineapple, thank you so much for that money gun. We're, oh, shit, halfway to the goal. Thank you, Pineapple. Clark Kent, thank you for the good night. Have a good night, man. What's up, Raymond? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay? Raymond? Hello? All right, Raymond's not here. We're going to go to move on. Thank you for that, Rose, man. Also, I really appreciate all the donations. I really do appreciate all the donations, guys. It means a lot. We're going to go to get our next guest in here. Thank you for that, Adam Mustache. What's going on,
What's up?
Influencer?
It's good.
Oh, I remember you, man. Now, do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
Yes, I think it's wrong.
You know what? Oh, guys, just for a little bit of background, me and this guy had some beef because he's like a really cringy influencer that was trying to like boast that on a stream. And then I like called him like, a narcissist, and then he started crying. But apparently he also thinks that being gay is wrong. So let's talk about it. So why do you think that being gay is wrong?
Well, whether you believe in religion,
Thank you for that money gun, Rez.
What makes the world go around. I mean, if you're gay, you can't. I mean, if everyone was gay, we would go extinct. So it can't be right.
Oh,
correct?
I'm about to hit you with it. I'm almost inclined to turn off sub-only chat. You know, we're gonna turn off sub-only chat just for a little bit. We'll go back on. We're gonna turn off sub-only chat. Thank you for that paper crane. We're gonna turn off sub-only chat just for a little bit. Anyways, so here we are, Joe. So everyone is back in the chat here. So you said that being gay is wrong because they can't have kids, correct?
No, I said being gay is wrong because whether you believe in religion or whether you believe how the world, what makes the world go around, whatever you believe in, at the end of the day, if every single person was gay, we would become extinct. That's what I said.
Right, because they can't have kids. So now,
hold on.
think...
Sorry, go ahead.
No. All right, because if they could have kids, then not everyone would go extinct. Clark Kent, thank you for that cowboy hat. You're saying if everyone was gay, humanity would like cease to exist. What you're saying, like, because they can't have kids. So the obvious, like what we're taking away from this is that being gay is wrong because it leads to no reproduction. Now, Kel, do you think that infertility is wrong? Do you think that infertility is immoral?
Infertility, you can't use that argument because that's not a choice.
What would happen if everyone was infertile?
But that's not a choice, though.
What would happen if everyone's infertile?
That can't happen.
Just like being gay isn't a choice. So why do you think that? Yeah. So why do you think being gay is a choice?
I mean, if you just watch, if you just listen to this music, if you see Doja Cat, if you just see Lil Nas X dancing on the devil, everything that has to do with being gay is always tied to the devil and always tied to evil things. If you just look at it, and it's pushed on people, and some people, get brainwashed into thinking that it's okay. So it definitely is a choice if you just watch, if you just see things that are going on.
I'm about to hit you with it now, chat. I am about to fucking hit him with it, and I mean it all. So let's collectively prepare for this. Being gay isn't a choice because being gay is dependent upon physicalities of our anatomy, our neurobiology, and our genome. And scientific institutions such as the Netherlands Institute for Brain Research, the Center for Neurodoctrine Studies at the University of Pittsburgh, Massachusetts, and the Center for Neurochronology at UCLA all show this to be the case. There's been studies done that show gay men to have larger anterior commissures, which is a part of the brain, than non-gay men. Studies have also been done to show that gay men have different dendritic densities, neurohormones such as FSH, neuronic substructure, or density of neurons in the AI-NH3 subsection of the hypothalamus. Studies have also been done to show that gay men have this extra chromosome called the XQ23. Don't believe me, believe the science. Let's actually look at the science, such as this study published in the National Institute for Health and PubMed, or this study, National Institute of Health, this study, National Institute of Health, this study. I could go on all day, Cal. Now, who else agrees with me in the scientific community? Well, let's look at The World Health Organization, the American Psychiatric Association, the American Medical Association, the Endocrine Society, the British Psychological Society, the Royal College of Psychiatrics, the Canadian Psychological Association, the Australian Psychological Society, the European Society for Sexual Medicine, the American Academy of Pediatrics, the American College of Physicians, the American Academy of Family Physicians, the American Counseling Association, the American Public Health Association. Right?
And you believe all that, correct?
What I believe is objective means of unbiased scientific research that go without critiques and hundreds of thousands of peer reviewers and professionals that spent 12 to 20 years in their respective careers in college that then went on to use the scientific method to conduct these tests in an unbiased manner and then were repeated by other institutions and then were accredited by even more.
Do you? Let me ask you something. Do you? That was very good. Like I just loved all of that. It was awesome, dude. But do you think that they maybe could be, making that up to persuade people to be gay and follow evil things and the devil and all this stuff that Doja Cat does and Lil Nas X does and all this music industry does? Do you think that could be made up?
Well, let's think about it. If it's made up, then why isn't there one medical professional or institution of medicine or science that says it's made up? The only people who say it's made up are non-professionals that did not go to school for neuroscience, neurobiology, like neuroanatomy, like the study of our genome, any field of medicine or science. Like those are the only people who say it's made up. You could go talk to the farthest right, a very Republican like doctor of medicine, and they will not disagree with this science because it's objective fact.
So you think people are born gay?
I don't think I know. What's another reason I think this? Let's look at the animal kingdom. We observe homosexuality in over 3,000 animal species. Did all 3,000 of those animal species make this conscious decision to be gay or were influenced by the media? No, because they're so fucking dumb. They don't possess consciousness like we do. They can't be influenced by Doja Cat because they don't know what a Doja Cat is. They can't make this conscious choice to be gay because they do not possess like the cognitive ability to make choices.
That's asinine. You can't talk about the animal kingdom when you're talking about Doja Cat. Do you think that Doja Cat and all this evil shit and gay stuff can influence somebody who actually is scientifically straight to be gay?
Nope. And if you disagree, give me one study that agrees with you. Give me one singular piece of scientific research that agrees with you.
I actually know four guys who actually have done gay stuff, but they're straight, and they really regretted it because they were pushed by, they thought it was cool at one point. Like they actually thought it was cool to be gay
First of all, anecdotal experience. Second of all, bisexualism exists. Third of all, sexuality exists on a spectrum. And fourth of all, this isn't scientific evidence. Yeah, okay. So if you're one person that knows four people that made the choice to be gay, out of 8 billion people, there should have at least been one other person that saw that and documented it and studied it scientifically. So give me one piece of scientific observation or an academic study that shows that this is the case and it is indeed true and it's been proven by deductive reasoning or unbiased means.
Why do you keep going back to like scientific studies and Googling everything? Like why don't you?
Because we should.
Why don't you? Hold on. Why don't you talk from like what you've seen around you?
Because science is the only reason that we've gotten to the place in which we are today. When everyone just talked about what they see around them, that's when everyone thought that the earth was flat. This is when everyone thought that like crop growth or rain was to do to a god. This was when everyone thought that sacrificing women, children, and babies would get them more rain the next week. This is when everyone thought that like had the most like barbaric, like least intelligent takes on quite literally anything. And it is the advent of science and the readily accessibility of science that has propelled us into the Industrial Revolution, that it will continue to propel us to a higher state of understanding and comprehension of the external world around us in an unbiased way. And the fact that you want to rely solely upon your barbaric fucking sight of eye shows me that you probably are not adequate for the future that is to come.
Dean, look up right now how many times science has been wrong. Do that for me.
Oh, science is wrong. There comes times where scientific means of exploration are wrong, right? But we prove it to be wrong with science. We prove it to be wrong with adequate justification. We prove it to be wrong with reason. So sure, there exists a potentiality that the science in which I shared with you is wrong, but now you have the burden of proof of actually proving it to be wrong, right? So what is your reasoning for discrediting all these institutions and the studies that they've done on the brain using EEGs, MRIs, postmortem brain slices, and otherwise? What is one singular critique of one institution, of one academic study or otherwise? Thank you for that cap.
I mean, it's just the thing is, science has been wrong plenty of times about what
have anecdotal experiences been wrong?
They thought was right.
What's usually more correct? Scientific method or just self-perception of what we see through our eyes?
I think in this world, day and age, with everyone becoming, brainwashed by everything, I think from our own two eyes and not just on a screen, and scientific and all these dumb things that, our world, sadly comes up with to make people follow, like I said, immoral things. But no, I mean, can you not agree with me though that like being gay is pushed to be like evil, like with the devil and all that? Can you not agree with that?
It's pushed to be evil with the devil by people like you, right? So now let's test your logic that we should trust what our eyes see compared to compared to what science says, right? So is the Earth round?
I would think so. Yeah.
Have you seen the round Earth?
If you're like at the beach or something, you look out into the ocean, you can actually see the curve in the Earth. So I mean, yeah,
no, you can't.
You
grew up in California.
If you look out into the ocean, you can actually see like the roundness. Yes, you can.
No, you see a horizon. Right?
It's not.
I grew up in California.
It's not. Flat all the way. All the way.
So you're gonna die on that hill. Let's press you with a harder one, Kel. Do you have a brain?
Yes.
Have you seen your brain?
Am I alive? That's a stupid. Could you go to another? Ask me another one. That's a stupid question.
No, Kel. Have you seen your brain?
I'm using my brain right now when I'm talking.
Oh, who knows? It could be a computer chip. It could be empty up there. It could be just like a little hamster running on like a wheel, right?
Okay.
So have you seen your brain?
I've seen. I can go on YouTube and actually see someone get their head cut open. I can see the brain inside their head with my own two eyes. So, yes.
Yeah. So just like with my own two eyes, I could go on the National Institute for Health's website and look up DOI. Fucking give me a second here. Oh, wait, yeah. Just like I could go on the National Institute for Health's website and look up DOI, I don't know. Let's see what this DOI is. 10.1073//PNAS.89.15.7199 and actually see EEGs, MRIs, fMRIs, and brain scans of gay and straight people and conclude that there's differences within them. I could actually see the differences that denote dendritic spinal density or the dendritic neuronal density within the AI NH3 subsection of the hypothalamus. I could actually measure and see the diameter of the interior commissures varying by sexual orientation. Do you understand how redundant that statement was that you made about science being wrong?
You can't actually. You're going off of what other people have seen, other scientists. You haven't seen that shit with your own two eyes, bro.
Yeah, so just like you haven't seen that guy's brain on YouTube with your own two eyes, right?
Yeah, I actually saw his physical brain.
Yeah, just like you could scroll through that study and see the physical brain, right?
What? You're not even making any sense now. You look and sound stupid.
Yeah, I sound so stupid, huh? Right.
Yeah.
Chat, do I sound stupid right now? I turned back on the comments for a reason. I did. I turned back on the comments for a reason, chat. Because, I mean, I just... Yeah, nope.
But see, it's people like you, Dean, and like that just get so caught up in let me Google, scientific this, scientific. It's people like you that get pushed by the media. Y'all are the ones that
No, it's people like me that actually push against irrational rhetoric, and you just don't like that.
No,
You
you're
understand that,
pushing-
right? So what I'm pushing for is like a higher level of understanding that will eventually and hopefully exist within society, where when we have beliefs, we attempt to formulate them on a rational basis, right? I like rationality. I like science. I like the configurative logic in such a way where I hold positions that which do not contradict themselves and have like good means of rationale. This is what I like, right? So, like, when you say, oh, I'm just being so rational, you have to actually prove it. I want you to go look at that study and tell me where the doctors and the scientists went wrong. I want you to go look at one of these studies and actually point out a specific line, a specific graph, or a specific number that they, like, fraudulently, like, mislead us to believe, right?
Bro,
Silence. Silence. No, this is just conspiracy theory. Take it from conspiracy theory, substantiate this claim that science is wrong by showing us where the science went wrong. Give me one line out of any of the studies or any of the institutions that I named off that is factually incorrect.
I mean, what's the
there we
thing?
go.
What's the thing that scientists believe in? You know how the world, what's it called? The boom theory. How the world got created? That's not proven.
Yeah, because that's a theory. What I'm talking about isn't a theory. It's observation.
They actually believe in that because of that.
They call it a theory, right? That's a scientific theory.
So do you believe in theories?
We could give credit to theories, but luckily what I'm sharing with you isn't a theory.
How do you know for sure it's not a theory other than you reading, some words off of Google?
Yeah, I know it's not a theory because we don't use deductive reasoning to reach a conclusion. We use direct observation to reach a conclusion. In the same way that I know that like me holding this globe in my hand right now isn't a theory, it's because I'm directly observing it, right? In the same way that we can directly observe like differences within different parts of the brain varying by sexual orientation, right? So like Kel, stop rejecting science unless you actually have a reason to reject it. Stop rejecting science unless you could point to a single line in any of the studies that I named off and prove it to be false.
Okay.
Actually read it before you say it's wrong. In fact, Kel, can you name off one institution? You keep saying they're all like conspiracy theories being pushed by the media. Name one institution that is being pushed by the media as a conspiracy theory in regards to medicine or science.
We're getting into topic about science when the topic was about being gay. So, I'm
didn't agree with the science, right? The science says it's not a choice, right?
Well, if you draw a line down the middle and you have a world full of straight people and you have a world full of gay people, which world's going to evolve? Which world's going to keep moving forward? The straight people. Right? So then
now let's add in the world full of infertile people, because you said infertility was not immoral earlier. What happens if we have a world full of infertile people? We are going. So yeah, in the same way that being gay isn't a choice, and that's why we were talking about the science. That's why you got deadlocked, because you reject the science without having any reason to do so. So then you had to pivot back to this main point. But then when I bring up the example of the infertile world, you say that's not a choice. So stay deadlocked until you have a reason to reject the science. Tim, appreciate you for the $5.
Can I choose to like this certain female? Dude, don't I choose to like a certain female? Don't I choose to have intercourse with a certain female? Don't I choose?
You choose to have intercourse, right?
Don't
so,
I
Kel,
choose
you have a girlfriend, right? You have a
Listen,
girlfriend, right? No, follow me here.
Don't I choose to have emotional connection with the girl, whoever I'm with? Don't I choose all?
You choose to take actions which would lead to an emotional connection, but you couldn't just choose to not have that emotional connection anymore. So if you chose to break up with your girlfriend right now, like a second later, would you just feel indifferent to her? No. But you do have a girlfriend, right?
Yes, yeah.
Right? So the first time you saw your girlfriend, did you think that she was hot?
Honestly, not really. That's just the facts. No, I didn't. Because now you're talking about only looking at the physical of someone.
I'm talking about sexual attraction. Jay, I appreciate those boxing gloves. That was a crazy statement. So you're attracted to the female member, right? The VJJ?
Yeah, yeah.
Could you choose to no longer be turned on by the VJJ? Thank you for the roses. Just look at that and feel indifferent to it. actually be disgusted?
If I was easily influenced, yes.
So no, I'm asking you, I'm asking, can you choose to no longer feel like attraction towards the vajayjay and think it's disgusting? Can you choose that?
I said if I was easily.
No. So if you were, so are you? No, apparently according to you. So can you, yes or no, choose that right now?
Me, myself, and I, can I just choose to, you're saying can I choose to just not? Yes, I can. Everything's a choice in life. Dean.
All right, so how would you go about making that choice?
I would literally just make the choice of not being with females and being with guys and be gay. I mean, it's that. It's
right,
that.
So it honestly just kind of sounds like you're bisexual, right? It honestly just sounds like you're really bisexual, right? So this just gets us back on the topic of choice. This is where all the science comes in. There's like to show that gay men have varying. Thank you for the Gus. Thank you for that so much, Clark Kent. This is where the science comes in that shows that being gay isn't a choice because it's dependent upon these physicalities of the brain. And this is where you reject it. And when I ask you why you reject it, it's because you say we shouldn't believe science and it's just a conspiracy theory. And then this is when you get deadlocked with my same question that I was asking earlier. Point to one single line in any of these studies that is factually incorrect and show that to be the case. You can't.
Have you ever like really actually met? Well, you probably met some, but how much percentage of LGBTQ are actually like happy people?
And oh my God, a lot of them. Like, there's going to be just as many happy gay people as happy straight people, right?
No.
Yeah, but probably like a little bit less more, just because like they face like societal like persecution. But apart from that, like look at the chat. Like a lot of gay people are super happy, right? Look at the chat. They're like, I'm happy.
No, they're the ones who are out rioting and holding up signs and not looking and not living their life and just all this stuff and just trying to push this agenda. But you can't push straight stuff no more. Like being, the gay thing is being pushed way too heavily on people and kids.
Would you say that I'm pushing it right now?
Yeah, with how you're talking, yes. I mean, let's think about it. If there's a kid on here whose brain is not fully developed, do you not think that you cannot influence him in a certain way to think that's okay to be gay?
So actually, yeah, right? So anyone can influence an underdeveloped brain, and this does not pertain to any certain belief. But I think that like the fact that you were saying like what I'm doing right now is pushing this gay narrative that is wrong. This is where like you fuck up, right? Because all I'm doing is sharing science. I'm sharing like unbiased truths, and I'm like teaching others on how to be like more intellectual, how to like gain a better understanding of the world around them and have a less biased approach to like, conflict, disagreement, with others. Right. So that's all I'm doing, man. It's like, I get it, dude. I like, look, a year ago I was homophobic as shit. I was a Trump-loving conservative, and I was homophobic. Like, I hit all of those boxes. But then what happened to me is I actually started researching. Thank you for that hat, a mustache. I started researching. I looked at the facts. I looked at the science. And I concluded that I was fucking wrong. I was fucking wrong, man. And that's the thing, right? And it's like my family, like, why do I seriously think that I thought the way I did? It's because of my family. Like, actually, on this live stream, on this one, I've seen some members of my family dogging me in the comment section. Dom, appreciate you for that subscription. Like, my cousin was in the comment section earlier telling me that I was wrong and this and that and that, and I was losing all these debates, right? So, like, I get where you're coming from, but you need to take the next step of actually coming to terms with reality and educating yourself, right? Thank you for that, Cap.
I mean, yeah, I understand. I just think we have two indifferences. I just think that you're more scientific believing,
Everyone should be a scientific believing.
Well, you just believe in what the news and, science.
No, I don't believe in what the news tells me. Listen, I don't believe what an institution tells me. I believe what the institution tells me if they have good reason to tell me that. I believe what the institution tells me if I actually look at the research, I read through it all, and I'm like, this is really unbiased means of experimentation. Have you ever read an academic study on neurobiology before?
No, I don't have any reason.
Dude, see, so this is your first fuck up. So you're saying like we shouldn't trust it, but you've literally never read one before. Look, they're not just like, oh, this is true. No, they go into detail in like 100 pages of all the nuances of every like key element of exploration in an unbiased manner and actually like dive into the nuances. Like, right? You haven't even read one and you think it's automatically false. Why should you think that something is automatically false if you don't even know what it says? You're just dogmatic and willfully ignorant.
Okay, listen. I'm gonna say this again. If you have a guy who chooses to be gay, and like guys,
can't be a choice because it disagrees with it, man.
Okay,
you have a guy.
Disagrees. Okay, you have a guy who's influenced heavily, and he thinks it's cool now. So that is correct. You can be influenced.
You can be influenced into thinking that it's okay to be gay, but you can't be influenced into thinking into being gay, right?
Okay, let's say we have two guys that's influenced, and then they get together, they think it's cool and all this. Can they have a kid? Can they repopulate? Can they reproduce?
Well, you already fucked up, right? So someone can't be
influenced. Answer the question.
Yes
or no? Yes or no?
Well, no, they can't, right?
Exactly. So how is it right?
Can two infertile people have a kid?
That's not a choice.
Right? So just like being gay isn't a choice, dude. Again, we're just circling back. Dude, okay, Kel, I'm going to lay this out for you easy. I'm going to put this into little words. When we say something's wrong, we have to point out what's wrong about it. Right? So what we're going to do is I'm going to put this up on my background just for a second. I want you to go on your computer. I want you to look up this. I want you to look up this name, this title. I want you to look up this DOI. And I want you to tell me where it goes wrong.
I'm not at my computer right now. I'm in my car.
Right? So go on pause, go read it, and show me which line is wrong.
Look up what?
Sexual orientation and the size of the anterior commissure in the human brain.
I don't care about that because a female and female can't have a kid and a man and man
how do you know that this study's incorrect again?
A man and man cannot have a kid.
Right. No, I understand. No, Kel, I'm asking you a question. So this is one of the pieces of science.
You're deflecting.
No, Kel, this is one of the pieces of science that will show being gay is not a choice. Right? So how do you know that this study's incorrect?
Because everything in life I mean, most things are a choice. Like 90% of things are a choice. You have a choice, and that is a choice. Like, that's not being infertile. Right. Being infertile is not a choice because if I'm infertile, that's just how I am.
Right. So how do you know? But this study says that this is how gay people are because of like the size of their anterior commissures, right? So if we accept this study to be true, it's going to yield the same conclusion as infertility in regards to not a choice. Now, Kel, tell me why this study is incorrect. Look, the only way for you to know, Kel, you're not getting my question. You're being too dense. The only way you can hold a consistent confluent position is if this study is misinformation. How do you know that this study is misinformation, Kel? Please turn back on your microphone. I need to know how you know that the study is misinformation.
Because if let's say you have a guy who, just for example, let's say his mom's very sick. He has no money. He's broke. The only way his mom can get better is if he has a large sum of money. Let's say someone comes up to him and is like, I'll give you $10 million, which will fix your mom. If you go have, intercourse with the same gender. Now, he's most likely, 99% of people are going to do that to save their mom. So made the choice. They made the choice to have intercourse with the same gender, so you can be influenced. That's why that's wrong.
That's not what makes you gay, though, right?
I don't have to. If you have sexual intercourse with the same gender, that is gay.
So hear me out here. If my mom was dying and the only way to save her life was to suck a male member or have homosexual intercourse, and I did it, I wouldn't be gay. Do you want to know why?
Because you're going to talk about emotional, but it's not just
because the definition of be gay is same-sex attraction. Do you disagree with that definition?
No, I mean, I think just being gay is having any kind of sexual intercourse or any emotional attraction, yes. But I also think having just sexual intercourse with the same gender is gay. That is considered being gay. I mean,
right. So then why does Oxford language disagree with you?
I mean, I just
Why does every dictionary disagree with you?
I just told you how
Let's think of it as star. So
your
like, here I'm going to tell you what you're doing.
wrong.
No, so like now you are equating something that's actually a choice, right? Such as like what we do with our bodies to being gay, right? So like no, so you're just changing the definition of gay to include something that's a choice, right? But see, the definition of gay is same-sex attraction, and the definition of straight is like opposite-sex attraction, and it will never be anything other than that. For example, I have a question. So how do you deal with this idea? If I was a male that experienced extreme attraction to other males, I was gay as hell. Mick D, thank you for that subscription. But because of societal prejudice, I never slept with another male. And in fact, I slept with another female for the sole purpose of people to not think that I'm gay, right? Like, no attraction towards women, so much attraction towards men, never slept with a male, and slept with one female so people wouldn't think that I'm gay. Under your logic, I'd be straight. But is that the case? Would I really be straight? No. Therefore, we could show, via means of that analogy, that being gay is not dependent upon any form of intercourse.
I can prove to you how that's wrong and how you can actually be influenced to actually be gay and actually
Right, so yeah, prove to me how you could be influenced to have same-sex attraction.
Hold on. Anybody on the planet, listen to this. Let me ask you this: Have you ever started doing something, whether it's playing a game, whether it's I don't know, a new car came out and you saw this new car and you didn't like it. So whatever you were doing or whatever you saw, you didn't like it at first, but over time you started liking it, like a song. Have you ever had that?
Yeah.
Okay. So can we say it's safe to say that if someone was influenced to, you know what, one day wake up and then just start having sexual intercourse with the same gender, even though they don't like it at first, that they can start liking it? Everyone. Just
so
like,
the only reason that's not fair to say. So the only reason that's not fair to say is because there's science that says in order to have that attraction, you must necessarily have these parts of the brain. But there's no science that says in order to like this car, you must necessarily have these parts of the brain. There's no science that says in order to build an affiliation towards anything, you must have a specific part of the brain, right? You understand that, right?
It's the same thing. It's liking something, man. It's like,
then why isn't there science that exists? Then why isn't there science that exists to prove that, right? There's science that shows if you like other guys, if you're sexually attracted to other guys, and also no, sexual arousal and liking something is not the same thing. If I grow an affiliation to like a car, that's not going to want me to like stick my male member in the exhaust. And that's the difference. If I grow an affiliation towards a certain song, I'm not going to want to like buy like the vinyl of it and like violently rub one off on the cover. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So thank you for that, love you. And that's like the end of the discussion.
Yeah, I think you paused.
Appreciate you for that, had a mustache. Yeah, then that's like the end of the discussion right there, right?
No, it's not, because you're not making any sense. I'm talking about
how you can. No, you just said that like we could like I'm gonna make it make sense.
You keep going back to.
So no, you're equating two things. You're equating two things. So you're saying, well, we can like grow to like anything. Like if a car comes out and you don't like it at first, well, you could like grow an affiliation towards it. Or if you hear a song and you don't like it at first, you could like grow an affiliation towards it. You could like learn to like something, and you're equating this to sexual orientation. But like, name me one other case where you could learn to want to fuck something. That car comes out, you could learn to like it. You can't learn to want to put your male member in the exhaust. Song comes out, you can learn to like it. You can't learn to want to rub one off on it. Name me one other case that's accepted if like we could like grow sexual attractions.
You're going against.
Honestly, we can answer this.
You're going against what you believe in, because being gay, like you said, is not just sexual attraction; it's also emotional. So liking a song's emotional. Liking a car is emotional.
Being gay is sexual attraction.
You're going against what you said earlier.
No, being gay is quite literally sexual attraction.
It's just.
I can have an emotion. Wait, hold up. Wait, are you saying that you don't have any like emotional like connections with any other male?
Can you answer my question?
Wait, no. Wait, no. I have emotional connections with other guys. I have like a best friend. And if like that guy, like if my best friend just like blocked me or stopped talking to me, oh dude, I'd be hurt. I'd be sad. But like, this doesn't mean I want to fuck him, right?
Okay. So the only thing that makes you sexual sexual attraction is
Right.
the only thing that makes you gay, correct?
Right. This is, dude, look it up. Gay definition. It says sexual attraction. Holy
Okay,
God.
so what about people who and I don't, and you can correct me on this. 'Cause
P3DO?
You probably know the word. What are people called when they it's asexual? Yeah. What about asexual people but they date the same gender, so they're not gay?
So if they're asexual and they don't have attraction, they don't date the same gender. They don't date any gender. They're not sexually attracted to a gender.
They're not sexual, but are they gay though? Like if they're asexual and they don't sexually attract to nobody and they don't have sex like that at all.
Yeah, they're not gay. That's why that's like the A in the LGBTQ IA plus, right? They're quite literally not gay.
So they're not bi, they're not gay, they're just.
Yeah, it's this is how it's categorized exactly. Skip.
That's but see
do y'all want me to skip them, chat? Are we skipping them?
That's just asinine.
Thanks for coming up, man. All right, moving on to the next guest here. Well, yeah, we showed that. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next guest here, chat. Skip. I got y'all, chat. I got y'all. Y'all already know it. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next guest here, chat. Make sure we're tippity-tapping away on that phone screen. Let's try to get up to 2 million likes. There is no reason. There's 4.5 thousand people in here. If all of you guys just tapped on your phone screen, there's no reason why we shouldn't be able to get to 2 million. Thank you so much for that hand art. 2 million likes in like the next 5 minutes. Also, guys, if you're enjoying the stream, make sure you hit that follow button. I do debates like these every single day. Make sure you smash that follow button. Also, we're halfway to our live goal of the money guns. Now, look, y'all don't gotta send shit. All I'm gonna say is, the gifts, they greatly support me. I appreciate all of you guys. Graxon, thank you for those roses. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next guest here, chat. Let's go ahead and see what John has to say. We're going to go ahead and see what John has to say here, chat. Also, 1.4. We're 600,000 likes away from 2 mil. Clark Clint, thank you so much for that money gun, man. W. Clark in the chat, thank you. What's up, John? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
I don't really care. I was just curious. You keep on stating that you have scientific sources. Could you cite those sources?
Oh, no, I can't.
You can't?
No.
Okay. I was just kidding.
Just kidding.
Okay.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Does that answer your question?
That's fun, yeah.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Thanks for coming up. Have a good one, John. All right, gonna go ahead and move on to the next guest here. Alrighty. Next guest is loading up in here. Next guest is loading up in your chat. It doesn't look like they're going to connect, so we're going to go and move on to the next one. Let's go ahead and see what Whoozy has to say here. Alrighty. We might go to sub only just for a little bit here. None of the guests are loading in, though. I don't know what's going on. Let's go ahead and go to the next guest. By the way, join my Discord. The link's in the bio. No. What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
Yes.
How old are you?
63.
No, you're not. Thanks for coming up. Moving on. Alrighty, guys. Let's go ahead and see what this guy has to say. Here. Hello? Did he connect?
Hello?
Hey,
Hello?
what's going on, man? Sure can. Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
Yes.
Okay, why?
But they're not with me. I wanna be with a guy. Why can't
Thanks for coming up. Thank you for coming up, man. Let's go to talk to Owen. Thank you for the finger arts. He had the perfect voice for like a very prejudiced individual that lives in the South. What's up, Owen? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay? Oh, he went ahead and disconnect. Well, we'll get y'all a debate. I bet Jordan will give us a good debate here, chat. I bet Jordan will give us a great one. Let's go ahead and see. Thank you all so much for that heart me. Oh, he did not connect. How about Chase? Let's go ahead and see what Chase thinks here. Chase is loading in, guys. What's up, Chase? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay? Hey, do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
So I don't, but could I correct you on being asexual? Like that whole thing with being asexual and being gay?
Was I wrong?
So yeah, also in the Oxford Languages definition of being gay is being sexually or romantically attracted towards members of the same gender.
Romantic
but
attraction is
asexual
going to
people.
imply like romantic attraction. Thank you for that, Corgi. Is going to imply like sexual attraction. Yeah, honestly, I got a good idea. I do want to be corrected on this. However, like for the confines of this debate, I want to keep it on track. Do you have Discord?
Do I have Discord? Yeah.
Yeah, my Discord's in my bio. You should join it and then at me in the general chat, and I'll like unironically friend you and message you because I'm down to be
for sure.
educated.
All right, for sure.
Yeah, have a good one, man.
Yeah, you too.
Well, yeah, I could probably use some education on the nuances of quite literally anything besides same-sex attraction, and like I said, I'm just a straight guy. Don't know too much about it. I just know it's not wrong, and I know how to use big words and logically dismantle people who do think it's wrong. What's going on, man? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay? All right, you didn't load in. Let's go on to Skeptic here. What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
I don't think it's wrong, but the way it's pushed on young Virginia.
Okay, boo, 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 boo. Shitty argument, right? So, moving on, because I'm only talking to people that think it's wrong, but it's, it's like being conveyed as a societal issue, and like importance is being brought to it because individuals that are gay are being like oppressed or marginalized. And bringing like societal attention to ideals is the best way to advocate for a support against the suppression of them. This is the same thing that we've seen all throughout history, rather it be combating combating homophobia or combating racism or just different prejudices held against different groups of people. What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay? All right, y'all. He did not load in. Gosh, guys, we're not getting a guest here. Chat. What's up, Caleb? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
Heck yeah, I think it's wrong.
Okay, why?
Well, number one is because, well, first off, do you think same-sex should be together?
They think same-sex should be together. I don't think that like we should dictate if they should or shouldn't, because we're not them. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, let me give you this scenario. Do you think a child predator should like be with children?
Yeah, no, I don't. Do you want to know why? Because like pedophilia leads to rights violations, trauma, rape, like lifelong harm, suffering, and pain. So could you please go ahead and list like the rights violations, trauma, pain, harm, suffering that consensual same-sex relationships lead to? Oh no, you can't. And next.
Look at you. You ain't gonna argue me because you know I'm right.
Right about what? Oh, you just left. My hands are up. My hands are unironically up. I'm so happy I had my hands in frame. Oh, he said that to gaslight you guys. I'm so happy I had my hands in frame. Thank you for that, Cap. I'm so happy I had my hands in frame, chat. Dean W. Oh, he totally said that to gaslight, then he's like gonna leave and be all sneaky. But luckily when he did do that, I had both my hands in frame. Fucking W. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, that would have been rough, guys. I already know, like if I had my hands like this, like they usually are, I would have got like crusaded in the comments by everyone who disagrees with me.
I don't think it's wrong. I just think it's fucking weird.
All right, man. Well, fucking hell, you're still homophobic. You probably like should not like, have some justified reasoning for thinking that anything is weird that is not like hurt, harm, or apply to yourself, right? Like, you should probably just, like, keep it in mind that you're a straight man that only likes women and you can't really comprehend the fact of another man liking other men. I get it.
Well, yeah, like, I don't have a problem with gay people or any of that shit. Just I don't like when they're around me. I don't like the way they act. I don't like any of that.
Yeah, so it's basically they're different from you. We don't like, as humans, we don't like differences. But that still doesn't grant that justification.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but...
Yeah, at least you recognize that. At least you know you're unjustified. That's all that matters to me. It's all that matters to me, man. Let's go and talk to Mika here. If we are in the request, make sure that we do think it is going to be wrong or moral to be gay, y'all. Just looking for some debates. You already know how it goes here, baby. You already know. What's up, Mika? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
Well, there's nothing wrong with it, is there?
All right. Well, unfortunately, I'm only talking opposition. Appreciate you for coming up here. Please, guys, we are going to hop in the guest request. Please mind my words. I know you hear me right now. Just don't get in there unless you think it's wrong. What's up, Ivo? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, why?
Well, I just think it's not natural. I think people are meant to be. I mean, men are meant to be with women.
Yeah, can you define not natural? Define
Well,
unnatural.
for example, procreation. I think that men and men can't procreate. Women and women can't procreate.
Yeah, so if like these two individuals are together and they can't procreate, that's going to be bad.
Well, if it's not natural, if they can't foster children.
Right.
Also,
so like, yeah, if I have an infertile girlfriend, am I going to be doing something that's immoral because I can't procreate with her?
Yeah.
All right. So like, infertility is immoral.
In a way, I think. Well,
thank you for that. Had a mustache. So every single so your parents being married right now, how old are they?
Okay, no, I'm joking. I don't think it's immoral. I do want.
Yeah. Do you see where that would lead to?
Stuff,
Like,
though.
just real quick. I'm like, I know. So your parents, how old are they?
Wait, what?
How old are your parents?
They're like, I don't know, 40.
Okay,
something.
well, like, if they're older, like your grandparents, your grandma's gone through menopause, therefore she's infertile. So under
Yeah,
this
that's true.
notion that it's immoral to be with one that is infertile, your grandpa should be morally obligated to break up with your grandma and go find a youngin to be with. J.E., I appreciate that subscription. How
No,
old are you, by the way?
I'm 18, but I low-key lied. I'm gay. I did want to correct you on the asexual thing, but another guy already came up to that.
Yeah, apparently I was wrong about that. Oh, fucking hell. I have some shit to learn, huh? Well, I appreciate you for coming up.
Yeah, sure.
Have a good one, man. I have some shit to learn, man. Well, hopefully that Chase guy joins the Discord, so then I can, like, add a Mac and he could educate me. All right. What's up, DC? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay? Hello? Appreciate those roses, Jules. All right, none of these guests are, like, connecting and talking, man. This is strange. I guess we continue to try on. By the way, guys, if you haven't hit that follow button yet, make sure to hit that shit. We are, like, so close to 100,000 followers. Like, please, even if you're just scrolling in here, I'm almost at 100,000 followers. Please just hit the follow button. Do you know how cool that would be? What's up, Larry? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
I think it's wrong. Can you give me a quick definition of the moral? What do you mean about moral?
Just like morally wrong, yeah. So why do you think it's wrong? Thank you for the gifts, y'all.
I have a gay brother, and he was born in it. So whoever thinks that it's a choice, in my opinion, I can't say who's right or wrong because I guess whatever, I'm not God, but I feel that you're born with it.
All right. So why is it wrong?
Because I'm a person that likes a woman, and
Eric,
no way
thank you
can
so
tell
much
me,
for the train.
Hey, go out.
Thank
go
you so
out
much
with
for the
this
train,
man.
Eric. I really appreciate you, man. All right. Well, we've concluded that you think being gay is not a choice. Okay. So now, why is being gay wrong? Why don't you support your brother?
So as a child, he would wear my
He's cutting in and
mom's
out.
clothes. On hearing that he's not flamboyant gay. If you just met him, you wouldn't know that he's gay until you really got to know him.
Thank you for the love you. Man, unfortunately, I have to kick you. You have 1 bar of connection. You had 1 bar of connection, so I couldn't get, like, you were cutting out, like, every other word. Like, I actually, I don't know what he was saying. Like, he had 1 bar of connection. What's up, Jaden? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
I did not expect to get on here tonight, dog. It's moral. It's moral.
Unfortunately, I'm only talking to people I disagree with, but Jaden, appreciate you for coming up here. We're going to go ahead and move on to our next guest. All right, next guest is letting in here, guys. Crazy bot's not connecting. Oh, fuck, he did connect, but like right before I got rid of him. My fault, man, my fault. Yeah, that dude was zooted. I agree. I agree with that comment. Guys, why are we Clark Kent? Sure, let's hear Clark Kent out. Thank you for that love. You appreciate it. What's up, Clark Kent? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
So first of all, let's split this in half. I don't really want to talk about morality here because I feel like that's relative, perspective, faith, whatever. I don't really want to talk about that. So let's stick on the wrong side. let's kind of define wrong.
Yeah,
like
sure.
2
How are you
plus 2
defining
is
wrong?
4, right? 2 plus 2 is 4. It's not 5, correct? There's a right and a wrong, and I would say that we can define something based on correctness. As a species, heterosexuality is what I would say is correct for that particular species. Homosexuality is effectively a defect. It's not actually the correct version of that species.
How do you know that?
I don't say that it's morality wrong.
How do you know
from the
that? How do you know that?
Well, it's the evolutionary succession that
Well, if we put this in the context of evolutionary succession, then being gay is going to be wrong, right?
Sorry?
Because it doesn't lead to. So if you like confined this argument to evolutionary succession, right? Then being gay is going to be wrong because it quite literally does not lead to evolutionary succession. But this is also going to deem like being a woman over the age of 55 is wrong. Being infertile is wrong. Being celibate is wrong.
That's not true. That is not true. Because so first of all, let's stick to the comment about what were you saying?
I mean, well, no, I'm effectively conceding
infertility.
to you. No, Clark,
I agree with that.
I'm agreeing with you. If we're like confining this to evolutionary succession, being gay is going to be wrong.
Of course, yes. So therefore, it's wrong. And
I confined to evolutionary succession.
Infertility is wrong. Aging is wrong. I mean, we are effectively degrading and becoming worse.
Exactly.
For our species.
No,
Yes,
sweet.
therefore it's wrong.
So like being gay is going to be just as wrong as aging, as it's going to be wrong to like get a scrape on your knee.
Think about this.
As it is going to be like, now just Clark, just listen, right? So as it is going to be like to be infertile, as it is to be like celibate, as it is to be like any of these things that do not lead in reproduction. But like just to make this understood by you, you're basically saying, in the context of what leads to reproduction, being gay is wrong.
Right? Not just reproduction. As a species,
evolutionary succession, right?
Well, yes, evolutionary succession isn't just about reproduction. It's about dominance and ability to survive, right? It's not just about reproduction.
Through reproduction.
But sure, reproduction.
But we're only talking about reproduction here, because like a gay man is going to have just as much dominance and ability to survive. As a straight man.
But let's look at this. Okay, so for instance, Down syndrome, is that wrong? Yes, obviously. That's not the correct version of a human. Right?
So
do I say
don't
that
think
person's
that's
less?
necessarily be wrong, right?
Like, I don't disrespect that person. I don't devalue them as a human, but I will say that is a wrong version of a human. Clearly.
Right. So So because you're confining this to how dominant one could be, or how well they can reproduce.
Correct.
No. Clark Kent. No, you are. This is in the context of their ability to reproduce or to be dominant as a species, right?
That's an example.
No,
right?
Clark Kent. What I'm saying is this isn't a debate because I agree with you. Right? You want
sure?
No. One
so
confines to this context.
That it's wrong to be gay.
No. Only in that context.
Well, no. Hold on. From the context of what a correct human is.
No. Because you're a correct human in the context of reproductive ability.
Sorry, not just reproductive ability, but in the correct.
How are you deeming what a correct? How are you deeming what a human is?
What's
supposed
a defect?
How do we know this? Yeah, how do we know what a defect is? How do we know what a defect is?
Because you can simply look at a mass majority, right? You look at a species, and there are, for instance, you pointed at some studies. These studies show certain genetic traits or differences,
so
right?
It's just by majority, right? Like by what?
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's
right. So is being a man over is being a man over 5'11" a defect?
Most likely, yes. Sure.
Is being a man over 5'10" a defect?
Sure. I mean, think about this, okay? Why did the current human species...
Clark Kent. Yeah. So is being white a defect? Because most people in in the world are non-white?
I would say that actually has nothing to do with succession. It's about where you are. It's geolocation. If you look at multiple factors.
Just listen, Clark. So you're already talking about things based upon how they astray from the majority, and then you deem those as defects. So if we take all the humans on this earth and we astray them into majorities, thank you for that money gun, Eric. Being white would be a defect, and as you already said, being a man over 5'9" would be a defect. And in the same context, being gay is going to be a defect, right? But this isn't the adequate definition of defect. No. This isn't a debate because you're just categorically correct. You're just confining the argument.
I'm positive I'm correct. Being gay is wrong.
Yeah, no, only in this context. It's going to be just as wrong.
There's nothing wrong with them as people.
Clark. No, Clark.
I agree with you there.
No. So being gay is going to be wrong in this context, just as being a man that's over 5'10" is going to be wrong in this context. Right?
Well, listen. Here's the thing, right? 5'10" is actually not the ideal height, in my opinion. But let's look at a 7-footer. Is a 7-footer wrong? Well, yes, categorically, yes, that is wrong.
Clark, you
It
already
leads
said
to
earlier that
ailments.
being a man over 5'10" is wrong. You can't go back on that statement.
I can speak ad hoc. I'm not bound to a legal document here. But the point is, there is a concept of what we consider a correct human being, right?
Based off of the majority, as you already stated. Then you said that anything that strays away from this majority is going to be incorrect, such as being a man of 5'10" or over.
I mean, I don't know about the specifics of 5'10". Maybe.
Yeah. So the average height for a male inside the U.S. is 5'9". Therefore, there's going to be a minority of individuals who do exist over the height of 5'10".
Okay?
Therefore, Clark, what you're going to say, listen, seriously. Being gay is going to be just as wrong as being a man of 5'10" or over, and I'm so happy with that. No, we can leave. We can leave happy because you understand, Clark. That's not. I'm not trying to fight individuals like you. I'm not trying to debate people like you that think it's just as wrong as being a man that's 5'10" or over. I don't care if you look at a gay man just as wrong as a man that's 5'10" or over. No, not at all. It's just very arbitrary.
I wouldn't say necessarily 5'10". I think that's not true. Would I say 7'5"? Yeah, probably. There's a point where it becomes
so what is that point?
To that.
Yeah, so what is that point? So how much? No, I got to tell you. No, listen. Don't overtalk me. Right?
Sure.
So you already said that you are deeming defects based upon how incorrect they are, and you deem what is correct based off upon the majority. So what statistical percentage must something exist within to be deemed as a defect?
Well, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't know what the world's population of homosexuality is, but I would say the vast majority isn't.
Yeah, so what I'm asking is, you already said that being a man of 5'10" or over is a defect, but then you said, "Well, no, just don't listen. Stop talking and listen, Clark. Stop talking and listen."
Sure.
So what you're saying? So now that you're saying this actually isn't a defect, but it exists within a minority. So you already said what is correct is the majority. Therefore, we can infer what is incorrect is the minority. And males over the height of 5'10" is the minority. Therefore, under what you have laid out to us, this is a defect.
Listen,
correct?
you have homosexual, heterosexual. This is Boolean, correct? 1 or 2, right?
Right.
You have height, which is a large spectrum of multiple different heights.
Yeah, we
I would say
deem the average and what exists within the majority or
average.
minority.
You can't apply average to 1 and 2. That doesn't work like that. Because you have either true or false.
No, so true or false? True or false? Let's do it. True or false? Let's do it. So 5'9" and under, 5'10" and above, right? So the majority is going to be 5'9" or under, and the minority is going to be 10 foot or above.
That's very false logic.
Of course, those are booleans, man.
You can't use a median point.
No, it's not a median point, right? So we're just collecting, we're summing up two aggregates of individuals and then putting them into these boolean.
You're cheating here. You're using a median.
Wait, so then how did you call? Wait, I have a question, Clark Kent. Earlier you called what you did earlier is you called Down syndrome a defect. That doesn't exist on a Boolean.
Well, no, but that's a clear defect.
Well, no, it doesn't exist on a Boolean, and now you're saying that a Boolean
doesn't
is
matter
required.
at that point. That's a different story. That's a clear defect.
No, but you're Clark. No, here's the thing though. Under your logic, you deem that as a defect, and earlier, when you did say that does not exist under a Boolean, and not to mention, sexuality does not exist under a Boolean either. Thank you for that, out of mustache.
Sure. I mean, I agree with that. Yeah.
Right.
You're there.
So then sexuality would not be in a Boolean as well, right?
No, that's not what we're talking about.
You're straying away from your own logic, right? So you asserted that Booleans are necessary for deeming the correctness or incorrectness of a given idea, right? And now that you're saying that, earlier you said that it is a dysfunction or a malfunction.
No, I'm sorry.
But Clark, I'm trying to tell you this again. Right. So when we look at things from an evolutionary perspective, as we have, being gay is wrong because you can't reproduce, right? But this is just going to be as wrong as anything else that strays away from reproduction, right? Such as infertility, such as abstinence, such as celibacy, right?
Yes.
Now, Clark.
Yes,
now, Clark, listen. I'm not here to talk about this, right? Why? No, I'm not done talking. Why am I not here to talk about this? Because if you take this position, you are going to be correct, because the first notion that you are assuming is that one's reproductive ability is what asserts rightness or wrongness, right? And I could argue against this notion. I could disagree with that, but that's not a very high demanding criteria for rightness or wrongness. And the wrongness asserted is not going to be what is perpetuating the ideologies held against gay people. Obviously, when I'm sitting here with the title, why is being gay wrong? Why? No, listen. Why is being gay wrong? I'm talking to people that are homophobic. I'm talking to people that don't like gay people. I'm talking to people that like are proponents against like the 2002 bill that, you know, gave gay people the right to get married. I'm talking to people that don't like gay people. Now, if you are to like condense this down to reproductive ability, then you're right. This isn't even like a W. Clark. I told you when you first came up here that I agree with you.
I get it. Yeah.
Like I told you I agree with you, right? So you're not debating someone that disagrees with you.
Okay, sure. That's fair. That is fair. I respect that.
Right.
And you know, to sum it up, I started with a split of morality versus simply correctness.
I mean, no, dude. So yeah,
yes.
I agree. Right. So Clark, you're right.
Okay, so
like,
we both
in the confines
agree
of
that
like
being gay is wrong.
And the confines of like this evolutionary perspective to reproduce.
But beyond that, what about the confines of being, you know, the ideal human?
Yeah, what's the ideal human?
The vast majority.
So now you're saying anything that like does not equate with the vast majority is going to be wrong, and this is the same ideology used when Hitler wanted.
That.
Now listen, Clark. Sure. This is the same ideology used by Hitler in Germany in the 1930s in the perpetuation of the Aryan race.
No, hold on.
No, it is. Of course it is. It is totally fair. This is the same ideology
First of all, I don't want to align with that. Okay.
Differences don't equate wrong.
I'm against that.
No, Clark. We are going to look at this. You're saying if you do not exist to the vast majority, then you're wrong. Where else has this been used, bro? Like being black in the U.S. or being Jewish in Germany? Or then quite literally, what about a redhead? Is it wrong to be a redhead, Clark?
That's not fair. Listen, okay?
Is it wrong to be a redhead? Answer my question. Thank you for the like pop.
Yes, I would say so. Yes, I would say that probably is a genetic defect.
Yep, sounds good. If you think that being a redhead is just as wrong as being gay, no. If you think that being a redhead is just as wrong as being gay, I don't want to talk to you. Like, dude, I don't care. I don't care.
Just to defend my name a little bit, I don't want to sound like some Hitler loving douchebag. Anyways, okay, I'm not talking about opinion. If you don't have the vast opinion, then you're wrong. That's not what I'm talking about.
Clark, if you are going to die on all, now, Clark, here's my final statement to you. Right.
All right.
So if you are going to die on the hill that any strayation away from what is typical that of like a human is wrong, you're going to die on the hill that being a redhead is wrong. You're going to die on the hill that having blue eyes or green eyes is wrong. You're going to die on the hill that being a man over 5'10" is wrong. And these are all going to have the same wrongnesses as being gay. And I'm fine with that.
I mean,
all like at the end of the day, you are using wrong as synonymous to atypical. Being gay is atypical. There is nothing incorrect about the statement that being gay is atypical.
Well, I'm not saying atypical. I'm saying wrong. I'm saying for what the ideal human is,
define
it doesn't
wrong.
fit that.
Yeah, no,
not correct.
Yeah. So you understand, like you're like these are synonyms, right? You're saying it does not fit what the ideal human is. This is the same thing that could be said about atypicality.
Okay,
it doesn't fit what the ideal human is. Bro, Clark, listen. No, you are being so dense. You are using the word wrong as a synonym to atypicality. Okay. No, listen.
Let's not get...
You are using the word wrong as a synonym for atypicality.
Can I ask you a question? Do you mind?
Sure.
Let's say you're a worker at a factory and you're creating a device of some sort, okay? If you create 100 of them to specification and one of them is incorrect, did you make a mistake? Was that wrong?
Yeah, because there was intentional design. Is there intentional design?
Yes, exactly. And humans have intentional design.
Yeah, now
our
prove
DNA
God exists.
is designed for something.
Wait, so yeah, now prove God exists. Now prove God exists.
What does that have to do with God?
Yeah, because that's intentional design. Intent, like you understand, like intent presupposes like a conscious mind.
Do you understand how DNA works?
Yeah, does DNA have intent?
Yes, it has. It has error checking.
No, it literally has. Yeah, right. So does it have intent? Is there a conscious creator that set the intent? No.
Consciousness and
that's not design. So DNA isn't design. Now, Clark.
Hold on.
No. Listen. No, I'm gonna explain to you this, right? So you're saying if I like intend to build something in this specific way,
yes.
If it is not built in that specific way, it is going to be incorrect, right?
It's wrong. Yes.
Right. So, but the thing is that there was no intention of like a specific human, right?
No, but
so if you're going to say like right, Clark, dude, Again, I don't know how many times I need to reiterate this to you. You are using wrong as a synonym for atypicality. And dude, if you think that being gay is just as wrong as having red hair, I'm not going to debate you because that's not the debate I'm having.
I don't even know the red hair thing. I'll be honest with you. I don't know about that.
You said it was wrong because it's atypical.
You know those,
Clark,
things that you point.
Chill. I'm already telling you. I'm seriously just about to kick you, right? Why? Because I'm not here to talk about it being atypical. It is. Why am I about to kick you? Because I agree with you, right? Atypicality is not going to assert wrongness. No, Clarkness. No, why? Why? Because we agree, Clark. Because we agree.
Can I say one final point? You can kick me after that.
No, Clark. You understand? We agree, correct?
We do, but you're talking about atypicality. I'm talking about incorrect. There's a difference there.
So if it wasn't
all
atypical,
those articles
would it be incorrect?
You pointed to.
No, Clark. If it wasn't atypical, would it be correct?
Sorry, let me unpack that. If it wasn't atypical, meaning it was typical, would it be incorrect?
Yep.
No.
Right? So you are talking about atypicality. Congratulations, Clark. Thank you.
No, I'm not. Okay, let me just finish my final statement, and then you can kick me whatever you want to do.
Come on, bro. No, you just said if it's not atypical, is it possible for something to be typical but incorrect?
Yeah.
I'm just
going to finish with one last statement.
Clark, answer my question. Is it possible for something to be typical and incorrect?
Not through evolution, no.
Right. So therefore, you are equating typicality to incorrectly, and being gay is in. No, bro. No. Come on.
It's not as simple as that.
I appreciate you for coming out, man. Come on, bro. Come on. You're using them as synonyms. You just told me that. I asked you, can something be atypical and be correct? You said no. Can something be typical and be incorrect? You said no. Right. Just using them as synonyms. You're finding a really fancy way to say that being gay is atypical, and I agree. You can't disagree. Dear fucking Lord, man. Dean, I lost. No, I agree with him. I quite literally agree with him. I thank you for the superpower. That's not a contention because I agree. That's just the objective truth. Being gay is atypical. There's no loss or win because we agree. What's going on, man? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
Well, I do. Let me say it like this. I don't agree with it. No.
Okay, why?
Moral. Well, we'll have to go with the Bible as far as morality. I do agree. Think that it is very immoral, is what I'll say.
A wire. What verse in the Bible says that being gay is immoral?
Well, I can look that up for you.
Can I just tell you Leviticus, Genesis, Corinthians, Romans?
Yeah, I I know
they're
a few
all
of
wrong.
them, but
I know them all.
When I like to quote, I like to read. I don't really like to just quote, and I don't have it with me right now at the moment, so I won't just quote it for you. But just based off, like Dean was saying, as a typical human, I'm just interested in your view on just being a typical human, because I hear you talk about it being in a reproductive sense.
How tall are you? How tall are you?
How tall am I?
Yeah.
I am 6 foot even.
Yeah, you're not a typical human, so you're going to be just as wrong as a gay man would be. If you're
Not
equating
exactly.
to typicality. Yes, you
Not
are.
exactly.
Of course
Just
you are.
like you were talking about atypical things are wrong, he was trying to explain.
Where in the Bible does it say it's immoral? Give me a verse.
We won't even use the Bible. I'm just going to use just being human, okay?
Right,
Just
let's hear
being
it.
human, period, okay? So as you were speaking about earlier, atypical and typical things, right? You were speaking about if a minority or if something in the minority is wrong, right?
Something is
I agree with you that things that aren't, just because it's something that's in the minority doesn't make it wrong. But what is a man naturally supposed to do?
Define naturally.
Natural. When you come into this world naturally, what are you naturally born to do?
Well, it depends on your sexual orientation, a lot of other traits.
No, it does not.
So let's look at this. When you come into the world, what are you supposed to do? Well, based off upon listen. So based off upon the studies that I've listed, that study the brains of gay individuals, that show that gay men quite literally have larger interior commissures and different physicalities of the AI-NH3 subsection of the hypothalamus and varying genetic codes from straight individuals. They were quite literally designed to supposed to be attracted to other men. So this whole notion that that they weren't supposed to do that, well, you are arguing with their biology. You are saying that they are unnatural when they were naturally designed to operate in this fashion.
No, they are not naturally designed to do that.
Right. So, but you just define naturally designed. Define what that means. Define what that means.
When you naturally come into this world.
No, define naturally designed. Tell me what you mean when you say that.
And I'm going to tell you natural design. I'm going to tell you what a natural design.
Give it a definition.
Okay, natural design. Natural design is what God naturally made you to be.
God. Okay.
Yes.
So God naturally made gay people to be gay because the physicalities of the brain that determine sexuality start developing in 8 weeks. Bro, this isn't controversial. This isn't controversial. The physicalities of the brain that make someone gay begin developing at 8 weeks gestation with the activation or inactivation of the SRY gene.
Do you know where that comes from?
Do I know where what comes from? The SRY gene? This is going to come from like an influx in hormonal factors that is developed through like the embryonic stages.
The influx in hormonal factors are created through the situations that your mom goes through.
No, they're created by like the biological process in which
who creates the biological process? Your mother.
The act of like the semen and like fertilizing.
Yes, I know this. I have children, so I understand how this is created. I know that you can change DNA. DNA can be modified. DNA will be modified when you're in the womb. If you go through certain processes, if you go through certain emotional changes in the womb, it will change your DNA.
Yeah, and like the activation or the activation of the SRY gene is not dependent upon external factors because we view it being activated like 51% of the time.
It does depend on external factors.
Bro, no. So then, explain to me this. If it is depending on external factors.
It can be on what you eat. What you eat.
Yeah. So then why do we view a 50-50? Bro, you understand that you're saying that like being a woman or being a man is going to be dependent upon by external factors? Is that true?
It can be.
Yeah, prove it. Give me one scientific article that agrees with you.
I don't need scientific articles.
Yeah, what do you need then? What do you need?
Let me tell you something.
Wait, this is science though. Wait, hold up. This is science. You're talking about science.
No.
You're talking about science here.
A lot of those articles are just like, let me explain something. Just like,
wait,
and I'm going to say, no. Wait.
No. Black Hole. This is what makes me mad. This is what makes me mad. You're talking about extremely nuanced situations, such as the deterministic factors of sex and the intricacies that are involved in how we develop in womb. And then you're saying at the same time that you don't believe science. No, this is science. This isn't something that we can even talk about unless we're having a scientific conversation. Right? Like, no, you need the science to be able to talk about this. Like, look, other things, I get it. If you want to talk about if being gay is a choice or not a choice, you don't need to be completely based on science. It's better be based on silence.
Well,
but this is one of those conversations where we can only be based on science because it is science.
Well, let me ask you, how old are you?
I'm 19.
Okay, this is why you don't typically understand this. I'm 38 years old.
Man, so here's the first thing that we're gonna do. What we're not gonna do is assume that I've some inherent notion of incorrectness because of my age. No, I'm 19 years old, but I possess so much more education than you do on this subject. This is what I'm going to school for. Yes, right? So what I need you to understand is that if you are going to make assertments about how an embryo develops in womb and how 8 weeks gestation compiles with the 5 deterministic factors of sex to do with the chromosomal structure, the inactivation, activation, suppression, or activation of the SRY gene, your neurology, your hormone configuration, your hormone function. If you do not have a degree on the subject or any amount of education on the subject, and then you say you outright reject the science when in conversation on this subject, what you sound is ludicrous. No, this is a scientific conversation that we're having. This has nothing to do with commonalities of the world that exist outside of the scientific method or expressions of an understanding of human biology or anatomy. So you can't have this conversation if you reject science.
All right, let me ask you a question then. What do you think makes you gay or determines whether you're going to be that way?
Yeah, the size of your interior commissure. Yeah,
I'm
the
sorry,
size of your
have to understand that.
The size of the size of your interior measure, physicalities of the AI NH3 subsection of the hypothalamus, such as dendritic density, levels of neurohormones such as FSH, like, you know, amount of neurons, density of like gray mass in the left putamen, the neuronic substructure in of itself, and then like the suppression or activation of the XQ23 chromosome within one's genome. This is what is going to determine one's sexual orientation.
Okay, so what changes? What do you believe changes that? What factors change that in the womb? Because it's
natural variation. Natural variation. No, it's not being changed. That just simply is the way in which it develops. Like, if it's being changed, you have to like assert an objective standard in which it is being changed from, right? In the same way that humans like have like different expressions of like color of skin or like bone structure, bone density, color of eyes, color of hair. This applies to sexual orientation, right? So would you say that like what changed in the womb that caused me to be born with blonde hair, but someone other to be born with brown hair? Like, there's differences, but this doesn't equate to change. It just equates to difference in development.
Well, you're talking about something that's a genetic code that's inscribed in DNA. And as far as eyes, hair color, height, things of that nature, that does not change your sexual orientation.
Yeah, what changes your sexual orientation is the
DNA does
XQ23
not
chromosome.
determine your sexual orientation.
Well, quite literally. Well, then, like, how do you feel about these studies? If we're talking about DNA, if we're talking about one's genome, then why do these studies that have done genome-wide association studies of male sexual orientation shows association between one's DNA and their sexual orientation? So, the last thing that you said, there's another one, was just quite literally incorrect. But there's also going to be causes from neurobiology.
Well, I
get it. Silence.
I mean, no, it's not that I'm frozen or anything, or that I don't have anything to say.
I mean, I think it is.
What I do understand is that you're going to defend your point because you're determining in your mind what is right for you.
No, you made an incorrect statement. You said DNA does not determine sexuality.
It does not. It will not ever.
Explain this and explain this.
That study, listen to me. Things that you read, all studies are not correct.
So show me how they're incorrect. Prove them to be incorrect.
Studies have been put out that are very incorrect.
Right, so then show me how they're incorrect. Do you want me to give you the name so you could look it up and tell me where in the study they fucked up?
I can tell you right now. I understand.
Tell me where in the study where it fucked up. Tell me where in their study they fucked up.
Where? DNA does not determine.
No. Let me give you the name of the study. Let me give you the name of the study and tell me where they fucked up.
I'm not going to sit here and read it right now and determine.
So then why can you automatically presume that it's false? You can't unless you read it and then have justified reason to deem it as false.
Because I can understand.
Black Hulk, before you say it's not true, at least read it. How has not one guest gotten this? Not one guest has gotten this notion that before you call something false, at least know what you are calling false. You don't know what you're saying is incorrect because you haven't read the studies. How does this not make sense to anyone but me? Before you call it false, read it. You don't know what you're calling false at all because you haven't read it. Oh, man.
I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. You know, I just really came on here to understand your point. I didn't really come on here to argue, okay? I'm not going to argue with you whether you're wrong or right, or because one thing that I understand is that I'll never change your mind. And
no, you can by giving me one academic study that disagrees.
No, I'm not here to do that. I'm not here to.
I should put that up here. Change my mind by giving me science that disagrees with me.
Now I would have brought something different if it was for that. Now I kind of just came on here to understand your mindset and what you're thinking, and understand why did you think that?
No, you're just failing to take accountability for your own like irrational ignorance, right?
No, I'm not failing it.
I don't think I'm gonna change, dude. Honestly, I could say that like the same thing about you, but to like an insanely higher degree, right?
No,
so
not
what I'm
really.
doing is at least I'm basing my opinions off of empirical evidence, scientific fact, and unbiased means of observation and like methodology of like experimentation, which is like widely accepted to be like the most rational way to explore any given topic. And you are basing your position off of nothing. And then when you discredit mine, you're basing the discreditment of mine off of nothing.
No worries. You know what? One day, I tell you what. If I can, I would love to come back on here and talk to you in the future about this, and I'll actually bring the proof without a shadow of a doubt. I really just kind of joined, and I really was kind of trying to get some understanding on your thoughts and things like that.
I appreciate you for coming up, man.
Yeah.
Have a good one. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next guest here, y'all. Backpedaling out of that, man. Oh, geez, guys, I'm really lightheaded. I am like so lightheaded right now. I think it's because of how tired. Wait, no, not hungry I am. I haven't really ate much today. Hey guys, if you're enjoying the debates, make sure you hit that follow button, baby. If this button right here is red, hit that shit, turn it white. I do debates like these quite literally every single day. Also, I appreciate quite literally anyone who's like donated or subscribed or Venmoed me today. The donations are incredibly appreciated, and they've been supporting my life as of recently. We're going to go ahead and do a couple more guests. We may end when we hit 2 million likes, so if you don't like what I'm saying, thank you for that cap, and you want me to end, make sure we're tippity tapping away in that phone screen here. Let's try to hit 2 million likes, y'all. Thank you for that, mustache man. I appreciate you. I appreciate all y'all. Let's go ahead and move on to our next guest here, chat. Yeah, they're loading then. There's seriously 4.4 thousand people in here. We should all be tippy tapping away in that phone screen, y'all. Tap, 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 tap away. What's up, man? Do you think how old are you?
15.
Okay, unfortunately, you got to be of age to be up here, but I appreciate you for coming up here. Let's go ahead and move on to our next guest. What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
No, I don't think it's wrong, but I do think that what you're doing is wrong and immoral.
Yeah, why?
Because you're too one-sided. There's multiple aspects of what you're talking about.
True.
And I think that you need to see it from all sides and understand all sides.
Yeah,
and
so
just
it's part
because
of
you
the
don't
debate,
agree
right?
with somebody doesn't mean that they're a bad person. And
No,
you
what it
attack
means
a
is
lot of
no.
people
Just
on
because
here.
I don't agree, just because I don't agree with someone and I show them to be false means that they're incorrect. Appreciate you for the sunglasses. Let me get this straight to you, Mike. This is intellectual debate, right? And in intellectual debate, what I do is I completely like shred, destroy, show the logical fallacies, the contradictions, and the irrationality in any given stance, right? And if there comes a stance to which defeats mine, then I am incorrect. But that is not held to be true, Mike. Honestly, I don't think. Like your first statement, you said, "Oh, I have no problem with gay people." No, I bet you totally do, and you're just honestly like pissed at the fact that there's somebody sitting on TikTok with 4.2 thousand viewers, just absolutely
You couldn't be more wrong.
shredding opposition.
You couldn't be more wrong.
Absolutely shredding like opposing viewpoints.
You couldn't be more wrong.
All right, stay mad, bro. Liz, I appreciate that money again. Thank you so much. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next guest here, y'all. Let's go ahead and see what Casola has to say. Thank you so much for that money gun. I really appreciate you. Yeah, he was upset. But like the whole purpose of intellectual debate is to have conflicting viewpoints and to argue yours as well as you can and then to see who wins. That is the point of this, right? So next guest is not loading in here. Alrighty, let's go ahead and see what Andrew has to say. I appreciate that, love you. Thank you so much. Also, y'all, everyone tap, tap, tap away on your phone screen. We just got through another 100,000. Everyone tap to 2 million. What's up, Andrew? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
I do not.
Okay, unfortunately, I'm only talking opposition, but I do appreciate you for coming up here. All right, we're going to go to move on to the next guest. Appreciate you for those hand marks.
That's good.
Boy. What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
I don't think it's wrong because honestly,
Okay, unfortunately, I'm only talking opposition, but I do appreciate you for coming up here. All right, let's go ahead and get our next guest up in here. Let's go ahead and get Orson. Thank you for those hand arts, Destiny. Oh, they loaded out. Let's go ahead and talk to our next guest. Let them talk. Well, yeah, they disagree with me. Unfortunately, we're only talking in opposition. I don't mean to be like rude when I do that either. Like I seriously, I don't mean to be rude when I do or when I say that either. Like, you know, we're just only talking opposition here. So, next guest is loading in here. What's up, Cooper? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay? Oh, yep. All right, let's go ahead and get Evan up here. Thank you for that. Love you. Yeah, look at all the homophobes, like, so mad in the comments. What's up, Evan? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay? Yeah, I don't understand why people request just to leave. Please don't do that. That is, like, so incredibly annoying. Only request if you want to debate, and you're not going to leave. What's up, Gabriel? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay? Gabriel. Guys, what's going on? Guys, if you're like, how could someone hit the button to request and then just like, I don't know, man, I don't get it. I appreciate the hat on mustache. Thank you so much. We're moving on here.
You nervous?
What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
I wouldn't say that it's wrong or moral, but I do believe that I feel like when it comes to God, and I genuinely believe this, that everything that he makes is meant to reproduce.
Digital footprint.
And if you're gay, then you're kind of just preventing that from happening. You know what I'm saying?
So does this make it like wrong or immoral?
Nah, because I know love is love. I get it. Like,
Well,
I get it. Love
yeah.
is love.
So
But,
gay people do prevent reproduction from happening because they can't reproduce. But if you don't think that's wrong or moral, well, then we have the same exact stance.
I feel like when it comes to emotion, but when it actually comes down to it, I feel like you always have to leave some type of, I don't know, you have to reproduce. That's kind of the reason why we have the.
Okay, and these people aren't reproducing, but you don't think it's wrong or moral. So I don't care. We're good.
I bet.
Yeah, we're good, man. Have a good one.
Thanks.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, something can, like, I disagree with the notion that individuals have to reproduce, but he doesn't deem it as, like, wrong or moral because they don't, so we're good, you know? Like, who cares? You know, if it's not wrong, then we're good. So, Ed, do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
Me personally, I think it's incorrect. I think it's morally wrong.
Why is it morally wrong?
Okay, so humans, for thousands of years, right, have, you know, biologically been, how could I put it, programmed to be attracted to the opposite gender. So, like, having a human that, like, a person that is born loving the same gender just doesn't really match your biological complexity.
No, I mean, it quite literally does match your biological complexity. This is what this study shows.
Yeah,
this
well,
is what this study shows. This is
well,
what this study shows.
Well,
this is
okay,
what this
well,
study
I did my
shows.
research too. Look up PBS News Hour, Arizona PBS.
Here, I'm gonna get this straight. Because you are right. We are programmed. Our sexual orientations, I think that they are programmed, right? And like, what I'm like trying to show you here is that research shows that gay people are programmed to be gay via like the size of their interior commissures, via differing physicalities of the AI NH3 subsection of their hypothalamus, and via like, you know, the complexities of their genome.
Yes, and what I am trying to show you is that there's an argument saying that there is no gay gene, there is no straight gene, sexuality is just a complex study.
Right, so like the neurobiology is not gene. It's not a gene. So look, like neurobiology, like the size of your interior commission is not a gene.
Okay,
like
so
your dendritic densities, like within like the AI and H3 subsection of your hypothalamus, are not genes.
Okay.
How old are you?
Okay, I'm 18.
What year were you born in?
2005.
Sweet.
Okay, so based off of this information that you have provided me, we came to the conclusion that being gay is completely neurologically based.
Yeah, so we see like a neurological basis. There's also like a basis in the genome, but instead of having an argument with you about that, we'll just stay focused on the neurology. Right?
Okay, therefore, being gay is in some way psychologically related.
No, it's neurobiologically related. Those are two different concepts.
Okay, so I want you to look at this what's it called, at this PBS News Hour article that I'm trying to tell you to look at.
Yeah, sure. What is it called?
PBS NewsHour. It says there is no gay gene.
Well, yeah, neurobiology is in a gene, so that's fine.
Okay, do you have it?
I mean, no, because you just said there's no gay gene. That's fine. Neurobiology is not a gene, so I'll just believe them. Okay.
Okay, so I want you to explain to me in any other way that is not neurobiologically based how being gay is produced.
Yeah, by your neurobiology. So I tell you how it's produced, and then you're like, do you understand like the absurdity of that question? I explain to you how it's produced, and then you're like, explain it to me in a different way without referencing your original explanation.
Okay, but how is the biology of the nervous system make you be gay? It doesn't make any sense. If we are biologically programmed to like the different gender, how is our biology of a nervous system?
Well, I mean, you seem to already be you already seem to be conceding that like there's biological programs that exist within the majority that would like show us to have sexual arousal towards the opposite gender. So it would quite literally work in the same way, right?
But,
so,
but it biologically,
all right, dude, Vasco, I don't care if you don't think it makes sense, right? If you want it to make sense to you, read the papers.
It is biologically incorrect then.
Define that.
Explain
Why is
to
it
me
incorrect?
how. Okay, let me put it really simple. Okay, biological creature is meant to reproduce. That's the whole purpose of life. Looking at it from a biological perspective, right?
And this is what makes it immoral because they can't reproduce.
How is a gay person supposed to reproduce?
Right. And this is so it's immoral because they can't reproduce.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying is how is that biologically correct if we are designed...
Wait, no. Your original statement is that it's immoral because of this. And now, like, this is what we've been going down the rabbit hole for. So inevitably, like, the conclusion that in which you reach is what is going to deem it as, like...
immoral.
Immoral, right? So would you say that infertility is immoral?
Okay, infertility is not a choice.
Wait, hold up. Wait, Vasco, it quite literally doesn't matter.
It's not a choice.
No, Vasco, you quite literally, it doesn't matter, right? Do you understand what you just said? You said that being gay is biologically incorrect because they can't reproduce, therefore immoral. Well, I disagree with the notion of biological incorrectness. However, there's, Zahan, I appreciate that subscription, a much larger agreement on biological incorrectness when it comes to certain cases of infertility, and they definitely can't reproduce. So, like, why don't you deem that as immoral? It seems as if, like, we have, like, some logical contradiction existing here.
Okay, hold on. So we came to the conclusion that being gay is not biologically correct, right?
Yeah, no, I don't agree with that because our biology is designed to operate in that fashion, right? So if we talk about biological incorrectness, Rami, I appreciate that subscription. Like we're going to be talking about like what like deviates from our biology, and I would call like a deviation from our biology to be incorrect. However, gay men do not exert a deviation from their biology. They just simply exert like, you know, an affiliation for their biology. And this is what the tests have shown, right? So the Netherlands Institute for Brain Research and the Center for Neurodoctrine Studies at the University of Pittsburgh in Massachusetts and the Center for Neurochronology at like, you know, UCLA, you know, use like MRIs, EEGs, fMRIs, and postmortem brain slices to quite literally show that sexual orientation is dependent upon these varying like physicalities of the brain and genome, right? And like, if we are to assume biological correctness or incorrectness of the sexual orientations and their display of such through, you know, like our interaction with the external world, gay people would be interacting with the external world in accordance to their biology. Therefore, this would lead to the obvious conclusion that this would be biologically correct, right? But irregardless of the assumed notion of biological correctness, it doesn't matter because there exists a contradiction because you do not deem infertility as immoral, right? So you say being gay is immoral because they can't have kids, yet infertility is not immoral regardless of the fact that they can't have kids.
All right. So
and also, chat, irregardless is a word. Look it up.
Technically, give me 5 seconds. I just forgot what
for the hand arts. I know. I silence them. I get it.
Okay, so you said that. Okay, so you said that being gay is biologically correct then, since people are born based off of your argument, right?
Yeah, it's biologically correct because they're acting in accordance with their biology.
Okay, so I'm going
the sunglasses.
Okay, so I'm gonna go down that path with you, okay? So you're listening to me clear, okay? So if being gay was a product of, you know, biology and genes, which is what your argument is saying, then how are so many people born from a man and a woman born gay?
No, I don't know. Ask the scientists.
No, but it just doesn't make any sense, right? Because we've
dude, look at I don't know. I mean, it sounds like you're just more so asking a question to understand, right? No, listen to me. Like, how is like a blonde hair person born from two parents with brown hair?
That's not what I'm talking about.
Like, how do these differences within our genetic codes arise? Like, ask a
You seem
scientist.
to me like a smart man, right? So I'm guessing
like Vasco. I have a better idea. Right?
You know about the theory of evolution, right?
Can you, Vasco? Can you please disprove this science? Because what you're doing is you're trying to use some like line of reasoning to disprove a study such as this or this. Like, actually tell me how you're disproving this science.
That disproves that.
Wait, no. This has nothing to do with your genome, right? Because you quoted a study that was like, there's no gay gene. Yeah, the size of the interior commissure is not a gene. And apparently it's from 1992, and it's from PBS. Not to mention, studies and other information shared on like the validity of like homosexuality from the 70s until the 90s were extremely prejudiced towards them. Okay. And this is like commonly accepted as well, right? Not to mention that these studies are from like the early 2000s, late 2000s into like up to like, as soon as like 3 years ago, man. So it's just like, it's like an increasingly, we're just increasing our understanding on how the human body works. And especially when we're talking about like neuroscience and neuroanatomy, this is like a very new field because like until very recent times, we haven't had the necessary means to really explore it that well. But now we do, and the exploration has led to discoveries such as the fact that gay men have bigger interior commissures or varying traits of their hypothalamuses. And now what I need you to do is disprove that it's actually true, right? Thank you for that love you.
Are you listening to me now?
Sure am.
You're gonna let me talk? Okay. So I want you to explain to me. Okay, so you know about the theory of evolution, right? Charles Darwin?
Yeah, I sure do.
Okay. So you know that natural selection is completely random in a way, right? Animals who are born with a better gene have more chance to survive, right? So this means, I want you to explain to me, how is being gay a natural thing, and how are there more people being gay that, if you were gay, if you were born naturally gay, you wouldn't be able to reproduce, therefore spread your gene.
It's not necessarily how it works. Variation within like the anatomy of humans is not necessitated upon genes. Variation can occur without like, recessive or, non-recessive like genomal structures, right? So,
well,
I mean, like, this is just like an explanation, right?
I'm gonna tell you what I think, okay? I think being gay is a corruption of the human mind, okay? Like, I don't think it's naturally occurring. I think
right, so you seem like a smart guy. You seem like a smart guy. Yeah, tell me where exactly this went wrong. Tell me, here's my big question that no one's been able to answer. Let's see if you can.
All right, you know what? Hold on.
No, Vasco, just listen. I want to ask you, stop. I'm asking a question. This is the big question that no one has answered. So first of all, this corruptness of the brain this is apparently what causes homosexuality. There's not one institution of medicine or science that says this. There's not one academic study that agrees with you, quite frankly, right? So all of the institutions, the World Health Organization, the American Psychiatric Association, the American Medical Association, the Endocrine Society, the British Psychological Society, the Royal College of Psychiatrics, the Canadian Psychological Association, the Australian Psychological Society, the European Society for Sexual Medicine, the American Academy of Pediatrics, the American College of Physicians, the American Academy of Family Physicians, the American Counseling Association, the American Public Health Association, the Netherlands Institute for Brain Research, the Center for Neurodoctrine Studies at the University of Pittsburgh, Massachusetts, the Center for Neurochronology at UCLA. All of these institutions, these huge reputable and like credible institutions that study medicine, science, psychology, sociology, neurobiology, and otherwise have like basically came to an agreement that it quite literally is natural and has some correlation to our anatomy, right? And this is like through such studies as some that I've shown on screen, such as this one. And like your claim out of the gate is that this study or studies like it, like this one, like this one, like this one, or this one, or that they're false, they're misinformation, they're not correct. So big question is, if I give you the name of this study, can you go look it up and tell me where exactly it went incorrect? Persephone, I appreciate those hand hearts. Like, I need you to point to a line of the study and then say this is factually incorrect and then to give your reasoning.
Look, man, you have like 20,000 studies that you just pulled up, okay? Like, I'm not going to be able to read all of them and disprove.
How about one? No, disprove one of them.
Okay, give me one of them right now.
Thank God, dude. Yeah, so let's do this one. Sexual orientation and the size of the anterior commissure and the human brain. DOI 10.1073/Pinosh.89.15/7199.
Okay. Wait, can you like send it to me real quick or something?
What's up?
Can you like send it to me?
No, you got to look it up, right? They're also in my Discord.
Yeah, sexual orientation and what?
Just sexual orientation, sexual orientation, anterior commissure.
Okay, I think I'm gonna make you lose viewers, so you should.
You are.
You know what you should do? You should put this like up, like down there, like put one of them and say like disprove this this website or something.
I mean, I'm just willing to bet that you can't disprove it. Like, I don't mind losing viewers.
Like, I would need some time.
What's up?
Like, I would need some time to read all of this. It's a long.
Yeah, Pierce, how about this? Read it, come back. I do this topic almost every day.
Okay. Well then, okay, I have another argument for you, okay?
Okay, please make it your last.
All right, I will. Okay, so we know, biologically speaking, right, factually speaking, that the purpose of a biological being is to reproduce, right?
No.
Yes, it is.
Purpose is like prescriptive purpose probably doesn't exist. Unless
Yes,
you believe in God.
Okay. Well, that's something else. You're talking about ideology. I'm talking about biology.
All right. Okay. So like there exists like, you know. Like,
yes. Survive and reproduce. That's the basic purpose of life.
Okay.
Okay. So I want you to explain to me how a gay person who was born with this gay gene is supposed to reproduce and complete its own purpose as a biological being.
IVF or surrogacy.
What does that mean?
In vitro fertilization or surrogacy are ways in which gay men can reproduce.
Okay, is that biologically possible?
Yeah.
Other than through science?
Well, you denoted the purpose, and it seems as if they can complete this purpose. So.
No, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's basic science that men and men cannot reproduce.
Right, but what I'm getting at here is like reproduction is still possible. So if like humans carry this purpose of reproduction, well, it is quite literally possible for a gay man to do this. Not to mention that earlier you deemed infertility, bro. Vasco, earlier,
cannot reproduce.
Yeah, can an infertile woman can an infertile woman and an infertile man reproduce? No, that's basic science. Come on, use your brain, bro. But you said that wasn't immoral.
Now listen to me, okay?
Yeah, you said that wasn't immoral, bro.
All right.
Come on. Use your brain. Bro, literally, you said earlier that infertility is not immoral, yet two infertile people cannot reproduce in the same sense that two gay men cannot reproduce. So.
Infertility is different, though.
You know, who cares, dude? No, you just lined it out yourself. You said the basic purpose of humanity is to reproduce, and you asked me, how can a gay man like yield offspring? Yeah, by IVF or surrogacy. Then you throw that out the window for whatever fun. Now listen, just listen. Don't, dude. I don't know who you think you are. Just keep interrupting me. You said the basic purpose of humanity is to like reproduce. In other words, to yield offspring. A gay man can yield offspring via means of IVF or surrogacy. On the contrary, you did deem infertility is not immoral, even though if you have infertility, you have no means to yield offspring. So this assertion that the purpose of humanity is to reproduce and anything that digresses from this is like fucking fallacious as hell. Why? Because you deemed infertility is not immoral, yet it digresses from this. So this purpose is fallacious. And then when I actually brought up means as to how a gay man could reproduce, such as IVF or surrogacy, you just said, oh, those don't, fuck that. That's only modern science. So Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, stop being dogmatic, stop being dense, and just like realize things for as they are. Gay men can reproduce by IVF or surrogacy, and even if they couldn't, it wouldn't matter because you yourself said that infertility was not immoral and they can't reproduce.
I think what you just told me, like, about that, like resurgency BS or whatever, all that you said, I think that's BS. But I mean, I'm gonna
What is
respect
BS?
bullshit. The way that men can reproduce. Like,
well, so thank you for the sunglasses. Okay, well, they still can, so that's fun.
yeah, okay, through science, like through alteration of.
Sure, then we could just act like those don't exist. We could just act like those don't exist because you still called infertility not immoral. They can't reproduce, so.
Okay. But you see, what I'm trying to tell you is like being gay is not like it's
being
not,
gay is immoral. This is your claim. Thank you for the
it's not a
hands.
genetic product. Being gay is a choice.
Yeah. So disprove the science. I gave you a study. You have to disprove that study before you call it a choice. And like in a similar regard, could you choose to be like sexually attracted or aroused by me right now?
Look, man, no, because
no, you couldn't.
I know
therefore being gay is not a
I
choice.
know I like women.
Wait, Vasco, you just said being gay is a choice, but you can't choose to be gay. That's interesting.
Yeah, because I don't want to choose to be gay. I don't want.
Can you choose to want to?
You see, that doesn't make any sense.
Answer my question. Can you choose to want to be gay right now?
Yes.
Right. So then do it.
What the hell? What do you mean? Like, I'm telling you right now.
No. It's quite obviously clear. Like us as like straight males, yeah, we can't choose to be aroused to each other. There's not enough willpower in my bones, in my blood, in my body, in my brain for me to like be able to want to stick it in your ass, man. And I mean, this is supported by the science, such as the studies I showed. You weren't able to disprove the studies, yet you just still claim this dogmatic belief that it's a choice. And then I bet you also really wouldn't be able to explain how we observe homosexuality in over 3,000 animal species, yet these animals cannot make conscious cognitive choices in the same way that we can.
Okay, I want to know, can those animals...
There's so much that we could do.
Okay, can those animals reproduce homosexually?
Yeah, no, they can't.
Okay,
but this isn't what's being asked. Vasco, engage with the question being asked. You said, Vasco, bro, no. You said being gay is a choice, yet we observe homosexuality within the animals, therefore, and the animals can't make choices, therefore, it's not a choice. Yeah, I'm so tired of you.
Look, man, okay, honestly, I'm just going to leave it at that, okay?
I mean, you don't have any grounds to stand on. I've discredited every single one of your arguments.
Yeah, through some like fucking bullshit argument you pulled out of nowhere.
Man, if you want to cope by calling it a BS argument,
doesn't make any sense. It's very simple. I'm gonna lay down my argument in like 5 words. Okay, we are biological beings. We are programmed to like the other gender. If you're gay, you can't reproduce. So your gene is not gonna continue. Therefore, it doesn't explain why there are so many gay people, thus proving my idea that being gay is an idea.
Yeah. Do you have one scientific like study to back that?
All right. You know what, man? I'm gonna look all these up. Okay. Like, man. I'm gonna come back with articles. Okay.
Yeah, man. Have a good one.
All right. You have a good one too.
Yeah. He was about to cry, chat. So yeah, his claim is that it's a choice, and there's no grounding. Thank you for the sunglasses. And then he doesn't have any science to back it. And then when I give him mine, he's like, "Oh, it's bullshit." I mean, like, God, guys, the same thing that we've had literally all night long. Unfortunately, y'all, I think that is going to be my last debate for the night. If I do any more, I might just go crazy. Jesse, thank you so much for the hand arts. I think it's like I haven't drinking enough water today. I haven't ate enough today. I feel so lightheaded. I feel like I could just end the live and then just like pass the fuck out. I don't feel that good at all. I'm being so real, chat. I do not feel that good at all right now. But hey, everyone, before you leave, make sure you hit that follow button. If this button is red, also tippity tap tap away on the screen. Maybe we get it 2 million before we end. Everyone, just spam the likes. If this button right here is red, hit that shit, make it go white. I do debates like these quite literally every single day. You already know, baby. Liz, thank you so much for that Galaxy W, Liz. Also make sure to join the Discord. The link to the Discord's in the bio. I love going in there and hanging out and stuff. If you've enjoyed the streams, you come back on a later date, maybe consider subscribing. Subscribing is one of the best ways to support me, just because that's income that I can rely on, because it's reoccurring. But anyways, guys, everyone have a phenomenal night. I love you all. I'll see you all tomorrow. This is Dean out.